Our Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Sheer science.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Are you hearing the echo, Anthony?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be something on your end, but only because that's what I'm saying. Tell you what, why don't you greet everybody for 10 seconds? I'm going to do a quick log out, log in just to be sure. How's that?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. Please stow your belongings in the overhead bin above. Quickly get to your seats. Let's get going. Come on, let's go. We've been on this ride before.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, whatever that is, magic.
What happened?
On.
But is that better? Is that better?
Yes, it is.
Good. Silly computers and their internets.
Yeah.
Maybe
you were on the outer net.
I was on the adjacent net.
Yeah.
Adjacent Ross net.
Fishing net.
We have a possible development. This is where this ring I wear is a bad thing. So I know you can't. I don't believe you can see me, Jason Ross, and of course everyone else listening can't. But woke up this morning. Hey, got an 82 score for sleep. Good heart rate, good readiness. It even says you're making progress. You're looking good. And then it switches. And it says, symptom radar, major signs, not medium.
And that's never
major.
happened?
No, that's actually happened once before.
Uh-oh.
I'll get to that later. It says, your biometrics show major signs of something straining your body. Take extra care today and rest if you're feeling low on energy. Now, I don't feel low on energy. I feel high on energy. I'm looking for the biometrics under strain. It says my body temperature has gone up 1.0 degrees. That's the major sign. So I don't know. I feel great. My energy's great. Everything's great. Here's the problem. This happened, as you asked, once before. And 2 days later, I was not feeling good at all. So is it I refuse to bite. Is it maybe it's a psychological thing.
Well, you want to know the really good news, and I'm joking here. Isn't that when you're flying home?
That's 100% when I'm flying home. And
Perfect.
The only thing worse than a very long flight is a very long flight when you aren't feeling well. And it comes with a couple of things because I leave late tomorrow, back across, match Saturday, stay there Saturday, fly back, and I go, let me see here. I leave tomorrow at 8 p.m. to go over there. So I'll get there, I'll sleep on the plane, get there in the morning. And then, come on, where's my app here? I leave at 10:05 a.m. over their time. It's 11-hour and 15-minute flight, provided everything goes well, by the way. You never know.
Yeah.
and then I land at 1:20 p.m. San Francisco time. So
on Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday at 1:20.
Got it.
Sunday at 1:20. Now, the last time I did this, where I did the back and forth from New York, I arrived in San Francisco from London at 11:59 p.m. Sunday night and did the show the next day. Because I'm a gamer, Jason.
You are.
I am a gamer. This gives me plenty of time. 1:20, I'll probably get to my car 2-ish. Get home 4-ish. Then, depending on traffic.
Ish.
And then we will have we kind of do a tradition where we go to a little taqueria by my house when I get home, because I'm just never not craving Mexican food when I come home from over there, where they do not have no clue what. Yeah, hey, that's fine. I'm home. But they have zero clue what Mexican food is. They last time I went there, they had a sort of chipotle. It wasn't a chipotle though. The whole thing was, they're saying, was San Francisco style. And I didn't want to be that guy, but I'm eating there and I'm like, what is San Francisco? The only thing I could think of was like Mission District, but like let's just say it was not San Francisco. Any San Francisco style I've ever had was not. Like sour bread or sourdough instead of tortillas. I don't know what the hell that is. So yes, and then I have to stay awake. I have to stay awake until 8 p.m. I have to. That's the rule. Doesn't matter. I give my wife and kids permission. Like, hey, if you see me dozing off, throw something at me. Like, I cannot fall asleep before 8. And then go up at 8. What usually happens, Jason, is I am dreaming all day long. The drive home, all day. I'm dreaming of 8 o'clock. Oh my God, I can't wait to go to bed. I'm going to fall asleep in 2 seconds. And you know what happens? I go upstairs. I take a nice long shower around 7:45, get into some sweats, super comfy wear, get in bed. I'm like, oh, what are they saying on Twitter? Oh, look at that. Ooh, the IGN review of the new video game. I've got to watch that. Oh my God. Darth Maul actually fought the Emperor in the Clone Wars. I got to see this. And then next thing you know, it's like 10:45.
So the important stuff.
Yeah.
It's
a little strange having this conversation with you, because I put the over under at like 2.5 times that Chris would have already interjected, played a sound bite, said something incredibly insulting to you, but that's not happening right now.
Yeah, to me.
Yeah, he does those like age things with you about once or twice a show, usually in the morning, totally uncalled for.
I can start being mean. Do you guys want me to be mean?
No, that's what we like about you. You're not.
You're not
nice.
Chris Anthony.
Exactly. You're not Chris Anthony.
Yeah. You're just Anthony.
True.
You're nice. You're capable, and you sound like the guy on whatever that show was. I told you sounded like that.
King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. You sound like Hank Hill a little bit. That's great. We enjoy that. It's like it's a respite from the constant barrage of Verlodian.
Hey, careful. The Verlod squad will show up in numbers. You know that. I've got a follow-up for you on your ring here. So if you remember the last time that it gave you the warning signs and it was 2 days later, do you remember anything on the next day? So, for example, this time tomorrow when we start the show, do you think there will be will that message still be there if it's really tracking, or do you remember what happened the last time?
Yeah, it stayed there until about 2 days after I was back at it. So I had this was over break. This was over Christmas break, and I missed we had the big family trip. The 4 of us were going to go to, speaking of, San Francisco for the day. And we had a whole thing planned, because remember that was in exchange, since Mason didn't go to the tournament. So we had this whole thing planned. And then I started feeling bad the day before. And then the morning hit, I was like, I can't go. Like, I physically can't do it. I feel horrible right now, and I don't want to get you guys sick. We're very good at quarantining in my house, or at least we try to. And that's when I was, testing for all this crap to see, whatever it was. It was just really, really, it's like flu or something,
Mm-hmm.
So it stayed that way until I think the first day I came back, it was still there, and then it was fine. So,
Okay.
I don't know. I'm hoping this is just because it's so cold out here, and so it really is tough because you have to, like you can see I have like long shirt. Well, you can't see if you're listening in the car. Sorry. Long shirt, like Monty McNair style, black vest.
See it.
And then I have this really nice, like velvety on the inside, whatever on the outside trench coat that I wear. I only wear it out here, but it's super warm, gloves. And then when you're walking around like that, you kind of start, depending on where you are. If you're out on the street, you're fine, but eventually you're going to get a little sweaty. So it's like, there's nothing like it being freezing cold outside and you're a little moist on the inside. Hello.
Careful with that trench coat.
Trench coats are weird, man. They got all kinds of stuff on them, buttons and rings and loops and belts and all this stuff. I don't know. I couldn't do a trench. I'm so glad we don't have to do trench coats in California.
No, it doesn't get that cold. Not here, at least. It's cold, but not that cold.
Yeah, what is it like there? Has it been sunny, rainy?
It's been good. Yesterday was sunny, but today was as foggy as a drive-in that I can remember. I mean, we've had a lot of those lately, but if it's foggy from my house to here, I know it's really bad in some of the more open areas, let's say. So you would have had a pretty good foggy drive on the way in.
That's funny. When you said it's as foggy a drive-in as I've ever seen, I started thinking, like, what do they do when it's foggy at a drive-in?
Oh, good question.
I
haven't been to a foggy drive-in. Usually it's summertime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. For many of us growing up in the Sacramento area, driving by the old drive-in on 50, sometimes we saw stuff we weren't supposed to see on the freeway,
but that we enjoyed.
Oh, we absolutely enjoyed. But you just
Perfect
look over.
timing.
Wow. Look at those headlights. And obviously I'm talking about cars.
Of course.
At night,
Yeah.
Coming this way. By the way, currently it is 9 degrees here in New York. With winds at 7 miles an hour, gusts at 14. But anybody who's ever walked around in Manhattan knows that changes completely. If you're walking on the street and you get in between the right buildings that I think go all the way down to the Hudson, these wind tunnels that happen. And it goes from like, oh, it's 9 degrees. Oh, it's minus 24 and it's a 50 mile an hour wind. Oh, now it's back to 9 degrees. And here's a hot dog. Do I want a hot dog for breakfast?
Ooh. If they have the grilled peppers and onions, it's hard to turn that down when you get that smell going.
Do they still do those outside Golden One Center?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. There was a game recently, for whatever reason, I got bumped out of our normal spot, which was totally fine, and I was walking to my car. I'd parked a little bit away, and I'm walking, and it was late. It was one of those, after games. I don't know. It wasn't that crazy late, but it was probably 10:30, and I'm out in the, common area of Doco, and I could just smell one. I go, and there was a guy with a cart. It looked like it was like the very end of the night, and he's like, I think he said sausage, and I said, no, that's personal. No, thank you.
Nope, Jason.
Yes. And then the guy on the cart said something else. No, anyway. But he was cooking one. I'm like, man, that smells really good, but I passed.
Have you ever gotten one outside Golden One?
Not outside of Golden One. I'm trying to think. I have done it outside of a stadium, but I don't know. Maybe the Rose Bowl? I don't remember where I did, but it's been a long time. I don't know why now I feel more leery. I don't think I should. I don't know why it's any different than being inside the stadium.
Feels like a concert thing.
Oh, it's
like
more...
you could get a hot dog at the game. I feel like you're not getting a hot dog at a concert. Afterwards, you come out, you're like, you were dancing the whole time. You need food,
Are you a dancer at a concert?
Yeah, same question.
I mean, maybe not at a concert. I guess I'm conflating that and like going to a club, like as the same thing because they're outside of both,
I'm just visualizing.
I'm probably an annoying singer at a concert.
Were you singing with Chris when you were at Oasis?
Oh, yeah.
Or dancing?
Both. Oasis was a fever dream. That's an entirely. Oasis was a spiritual experience.
Wow. Dave, your thoughts?
Just imagining Anthony at the top of his line. Don't look back in anger. I heard him say.
That's what I was doing.
Now, when you sing, do you try to match his accent, or are you Americanizing it?
I mean, I'm not trying to. I just feel like you
Yeah.
subconsciously do it. You can't sing Oasis. Like, the words are different. It's an entirely different language.
You know Chris's shirt was off.
Oh, just waving it around.
Yeah.
These are crazy days, but they make me shine. Not exaggerating. That's what he does.
Yeah. How do you say that without trying to do the accent? Like,
Yeah, you can't.
There's so many syllables.
You can't. Liam Gallagher's entire shtick is just his accent is just extended, and then his entire move. Anthony, tell me I'm wrong. His entire move on stage is, I think the stagehands put the microphone a little taller than he is and point it down. And then Liam is going to look up and sing up to the microphone with his hands behind his back for 2 hours.
Yeah, and he's got like his chin up against the microphone too. It's
Yes,
like right
yes.
there. He's got the tambourine on his head. And when he's not singing, he fully leaves. Like, he walks away from the microphone during any instrumental part, and then he goes right back to his stance.
Goes and has a pint, a smoke, comes back.
Better than ever.
No better than Ezra?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just got an email earlier I was going to share with you from the folks over in England. And in April, I will be over there for this. They are doing what they are calling, so it's the Huddersfield Town Terriers. They're doing the Terrier Skydive at Black Knight's Skydive Center in Lancashire. And they're encouraging us to, they've got a bunch of spots where you could skydive, and sign up right now. And, you know, it occurs to me, I think I'm just going to leave that for everyone else. Why take it all for yourself? You guys go ahead. I'll watch on the ground.
Not doing it? Not partaking?
Dude, I won't skydive in America. I'm not skydiving in England, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. My brother got into skydiving for a while, about 4 years ago. I'm not in the skydiving culture, but apparently he had you have to do so many dives with, like, where you're on the back of some dude or some dude's on the back of you, like the skydiving pro. No, there's a real thing, man. Like, you can't go by yourself. You got to go with I can't remember if you're piggyback. I think they're piggyback.
It's like a tandem. You got to do it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to, and you have to do that so many times before you get your license or whatever, and then you got to do like 30 dives before you can, go out on your own. Which I understand. Like, look, first couple, who knows? Maybe somebody passes out, and you want to have somebody there that you never know how you're going to react. I totally get it, and I'm a huge fan of. When falling out of a plane voluntarily and hurtling towards the earth, take all the safety precautions you can. I'm a big fan of that. 30 times though, it seems like it's a bit of a cash grab.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
did the indoor skydiving once. I know it's nowhere nearly remotely the same.
That's the one where they have the windy things and you're just kind of floating off the ground, right?
Yeah.
I would do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would do
not
that.
Scary.
Not scary.
Yeah.
Hurtling out of plane towards the ground. Scary.
Yeah.
Not into it. And for all of you out there maybe listening, they're like, dude, you have to do it, man. It's freaking awesome. Yeah. The problem is maybe second, and I'm sure it's just an absolute, thrill.
Yeah.
When you hit the ground. Excuse me. When you land.
Thank you. When you land safely on your feet, or maybe on your backside.
Either way. But I know, and and all of us know, I have read stories many times that didn't end that way.
You've read many of them.
I've read a few.
Why would you read those?
Well, they just pop up. And I'm not saying I don't look for them. I don't Google It just happens, and it's happened locally.
Happened a lot locally.
Yeah, and like I'm being careful here because I don't want to jinx anything, right? Like I don't ever want it to happen again. And I also don't want to seem disrespectful to the people that it has happened to, but that has taught me, I have learned from that. I would like to not do that.
Yeah, it's weird. There was a point where I wanted to, but I would say I was in my maybe 25 or younger where I thought, yes, I'm definitely going to go skydiving. Now I'm in the range where I'm like, no, I don't want to, but I could almost see, Dave, maybe it's cycling back when I'm hopefully like 75 or above or 80. It's
the
like,
bucket list.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? Like I had one of my aunts just went, and she's 80... early 80s, let's say 83, 82, somewhere in there. And she went. It was incredible. And I was like, wow. Like, but I think maybe you're at a different spot in your life than you're like, well, I don't want anything bad to happen, but I'm also 80 something. It's like, well, you know, I wasn't cheated, let's say.
I think you bring up a great point. And by the way, one LTF in the chat says people die skiing. I also don't ski. Yeah. So there's that.
They die skiing when they get shot, right? Isn't that the biathlon?
Yes, where they are carrying guns.
Yeah, they shoot at you, right? Is that what happens? Are you dodging the bullets?
Yes, that's why it's a fun sport.
I love the Olympics.
Didn't Sonny Bono die skiing?
He did.
He did.
Crashed into a tree, sadly.
So you bring up such a good point because you're 100% right. When I get old enough, and I hope this out, like when I get old enough to where I'm okay, this is gonna sound really bad. If there's a point in my life where I guess even if I'm not old, if there's a point in my life, knock on wood, salt over shoulder, every other thing I can think of to de-jinx this, but I get diagnosed with like a terminal disease, I'm 100% like, what's that Tim McGraw song? I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 1.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. Live Like You Were Dying. It's great. It's a really good song. And so like, I'm doing that. I'm 100% doing the bucket list thing. And yeah. If I fall out of a plane and I make one of them Wile E. Coyotes on the ground, then that's how I went. If I go skiing and unlike George of the Jungle, I did not watch out for that tree. That's what it is.
Hey, maybe that's what the ring is telling you.
What, that I have a horrible disease and it's time to skydive.
I don't know what the readings are. I'm just
and you know, there are people out there that are adrenaline junkies.
Yes.
You know what? Go for it. Awesome. It's adrenaline junkies, honestly, and big time drinking people there is a shared gene or a chromosome that they have where it's not enough for them to do the thing and enjoy it and like that's who they are. They're like physically predisposed to try to campaign you to do it with them. Like, but buddies of mine drink, hey man, come on, do a shot with us, have a beer, come on, quit being such a blankety blank, insert really offensive term or terminology. Have a beer. It's like, why do I need to have a beer? You have a beer. Have all the beers. It's more for you. Same thing. Like, come on. My brother was the same way. Dude, you gotta go. You gotta go skydive. No, I don't. No, but you go. I'll hold your teddy bear on the ground. You know, like I do for when my wife and kids go on that big ass Ferris wheel at Disneyland. I'll hold all your stuff. I'll get one of them turkey legs and sit in the corner with the other depressed dads.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Why do I need to jump out of the plane?
More turkey leg for you.
Thank you. I'm not sitting there being like, hey, dude, you have to play this video game and scratch yourself for an entire afternoon on Sunday. You got to do it, man. Like, that's what I want to do. I enjoy it. I'm not trying to convince you to do it. Oh my God. You have to eat this entire sleeve of Oreos. You ever done it? It's like it's like, do they need to like be They need to be, it's a reinforcement for those people.
Yeah.
Those people.
Those people.
Yeah, we'll take a break. Really quick, I know JC always listens to the show. Hey, sales guys, let's go. Looking at the breaks today. Great news for the listeners, but
a little thin.
Bad news. Yeah, a lot of minute 45, 2 minute, minute 45. I mean, my goodness gracious, come on. Anyway, Sam Amick's going to join us. Is that tomorrow at 8? Am I seeing that right?
Yes.
Or is that an old note?
Tomorrow.
What happened?
You weren't on the text thread?
I wasn't. Wait, was I? Was I on the text thread?
Let's see. Yeah.
I was?
Uh-huh.
When was this?
6:12 yesterday. Hey guys, apologies, but I just got pulled into something tomorrow morning when we're supposed to talk. Have to reschedule, unfortunately. Can we do Friday? I said, sure thing. Still at 8 on Friday? He said, perfect.
Oh, you know what? I was not around for that. It didn't show me that happened. I see it now.
It didn't show you?
Okay.
And now is it showing you?
Well, because it was buried down at the bottom. I must have scrolled through and taken the little blue dot off to show it was new. All right. Well, Sam Amick joins us tomorrow at 8. So on the day of guests week of guests moving forward today, Katie Christensen will join us allegedly at 9 a.m. today. We'll discuss her aggressive tone in the text thread yesterday towards me. Also, your Sacramento Kings. Sam will join us on a Friday. That's fine. Friday, Sam, no problem. And we got Kings talk, Kings play tonight. We have, is it the producer? Do we even know who the Rise of the 49ers? I saw that stuff. Yeah,
that was supposed to be the director. I don't know if it's supposed to be the creator. I'm not sure.
Chris told me it's both.
It's both of them?
The director and the producer.
Okay, well,
okay.
We're going to find out, Dave.
All right, so Ryan Kelly and Nick Mescolo, I think is who it is. At 6:44, the documentary Rise of the 49ers. We'll talk about that. Kelly Brothers, he's going to join us at 7:28. And so much more. In the meantime, we'll take our first look at the Kings versus Sixers tonight. We'll do that next.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers! Every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
At Elk Grove Honda, you can drive a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport and enjoy a tradition begun with the first Accord in 1976. Ask about the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center for your Thursday. Dense fog around the valley. Be prepared for those sudden drops in visibility through at least about noon. Once we get beyond noon, we'll see partly sunny skies today, a light breeze, and temperatures in the upper 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Save more on the brands pros trust at Lowe's. Right now, get up to 35% off select major appliances and choose from our wide lineup of top brands. Plus, save $100 on a Little Giant 22-foot multi-position ladder. Now just $189. Built for strength, flexibility, and job site versatility. Pros, these savings will only be here for a limited time. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 1/30 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The new year is a great time for reflection, to appreciate all the good things in your life, and to prepare your resolutions, or bucket list as I like to call it. 2026 would be the perfect time to introduce someone new to the game of golf. Let them in on the fun. Or if you've never played, it's a wonderful time to start. Maybe go to a driving range. Maybe take an introductory lesson. If you're an established golfer, maybe you want to get fitted for a new set of golf clubs. Maybe you want to take some refresher lessons to sharpen up your game. Consider a golf getaway, either with your significant other or a group of buddies. It's a great way to play new golf courses, eat some tasty new foods, and certainly laugh a lot with your friends. If you normally use a golf cart, consider walking with a push cart, or maybe even lightening your bag and carrying your golf clubs. Go back and play where you played your first round of golf, or your all-time favorite round. Remember why you play the game and how much it means to you. Leave the course in better condition than you found it. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Interesting development during the break. So interesting, I had to call Jason because, and this is way behind the scenes, but when we got off the air, Anthony was filling in for Chris today. He was in Tahoe, chrising. Anthony goes, I hear him say, "You're clear," which is, pretty easy to figure out. But just in case, that's telling me, who is on a remote location, that he has potted down my mic. So I am clear, even though I kind of mute myself over here. But that means I'm clear where nothing's going out over the air. But that is called an IFB, which I think stands for internal feed broadcast. It's where Anthony can say things to Jason and I, but you all can't hear it. That's fantastic. That's great. But then I had to call Jason because I was worried, because Chris has never used that when I'm on remote before. And I know Chris is supposedly the most technically proficient guy here at the station. That's what people say. If something's wrong with the board, or, it's something non-engineer worthy, you call Chris. He knows how to hit this button and that, and something with a mix minus, and I don't know, but he does it. But apparently Anthony has figured out how to say "you're clear," whereas when either myself or Jason are on remote, we will get in the group text, for example, when it's time to break, instead of saying it in our ear when we're in the studio where he says break, he'll text us time to break. And so I guess my question is, at first I thought, God, is Anthony's stuff going out over the air? Because why wouldn't Chris do it? Jason said it's not going out over the air. I know one of our listeners would have had fun with it. So why the hell isn't Chris using the IFB when I'm on remote?
Same button.
Maybe he doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening.
But he'd rather text it than just go hit a button and go break.
Break.
What a wiener. He's a wiener of the day.
First one.
First of many wieners of the day. Chris Verlade, congratulations. Kings Sixers tonight. Kings tied with, is it the Wizards, I think, for the sixth? They've lost 6 in a row. That's tied for the longest losing streak in the National Basketball Association. So yay us. The Pacers won, Jason.
Yeah.
So big news.
So they have the same record now as the Kings. So that only puts the Wizards and the Pelicans below the Kings.
That's good.
Kings play the Wizards to close out this road trip.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big little game.
A big little game.
That is the game that people will least care about in the NBA. But hey, man, Kings lose that game, and if things hold up, if this game was tonight and the Kings lost to the Wizards, they would be, depending on what New Orleans did, or if they were idle, they'd be tied for worst record in the NBA.
There you go. And that is what you are looking for.
What's strange is that the Wizards have played 3 less games than the Kings.
Yeah, that is weird.
don't know what the deal is. Chris is listening and has chimed in on the show text line for the three of us. Jason, see if you can make this out. He of course it's snarky. Quote, does this have an IFB or is it like StreamYard? Chris then put, it's like StreamYard in quotes. What is he saying? I assume he's saying like I asked that question. Do you get that, Jason?
I don't.
No, me neither. But being mysterious, Chris, we want to know why you don't use the IFB when we're on remote. That's it. Simple question. Just why is Anthony, who is supposedly your backup, better at this than you? Silva from the 916. Is this vague book day? Our text line is 916-339-1140. I think we just know that you're hater, Carmichael Dave, but it's already know that. I don't know what. What?
Are you getting that message? That I think our guest might be ready now, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then go ahead, Jason Ross, please.
Let's go it. Let's do it, right? Let's go, because we have a documentary that's coming out, The Rise of the 49ers, and joining us on the show, the director, producer, Ryan Kelly, Nick Mescolo. Nick, hopefully I said that correct. Are you guys both with us?
We are.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Well, let's start with the overall undertaking of this project. Obviously, such a legendary franchise, but it wasn't always that way. What did you guys kind of learn in your early working on putting this together?
Yeah, the 49ers, I mean, you guys may be aware, being from the sort of Northern California area, but for the first few decades of their existence, they were just sort of a run-of-the-mill franchise. Like in our documentary, Ray Ratto said that they go 5-9 and that would be considered a sign of progress. And they kind of bottomed out in the mid 70s, and that's when Mr. D, Eddie DeBartolo, bought the team and said he was going to change the way it was run, and kind of stumbled out of the gate. But then he found Bill Walsh at down the road, as they say at Stanford, and Bill Walsh found Joe Montana. And when you have an owner like Mr. D and a visionary coach like Bill Walsh and a quarterback like Joe Montana, like magic is going to happen. It started to happen once the calendar hit 1981.
Appreciate you guys joining us. So I will tell you right now, I think I'm your target demo. My first sports memory, honestly, was the Dwight Clark catch. And then growing up, all I knew were 49ers Super Bowls, which is funny to think there's like 25-year-old kids out there that are like, when are the Niners ever going to win a Super Bowl? All I knew was Super Bowls. So when you're talking about Dwight Clark, Joe Montana, Bill Walsh, Eddie D, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig. So for me and for many lifelong Niner fans like myself, this is the Holy Grail. These are the ones we grew up with, poster on the wall. I wouldn't say pressure, but was there a sense of responsibility you guys felt to get to it and do that correctly to their legacies as you made this?
I think definitely. I mean, we're dealing with, one of the greatest franchises in NFL history, and one everyone remembers and knows something about. You can't say every athlete, you could just say Joe Montana and everyone knows who you're talking about. But I think Joe Montana is in that class of like, this is someone everyone knows who he is. They might not know every detail, but they know Joe Montana was a great quarterback and won big things. Like, and everyone knows a little bit more than that. We have to be able to tell everyone how great this team was and do the story justice and make it entertaining and hit all the factual points, but also, make an entire audience, a football audience, want to see it, and also one who maybe is adjacent to a football fan or something like that, and it's kind of tune in to learn a little bit more about the human drama that took place on this team. And I think we serve both audiences very well with this. I think people who know everything about the 49ers are still going to learn stuff about the 49ers in this. And I think that is, why tuning into this, you're not going to be disappointed.
What was the joy in the project talking to the legends? I mean, I'm sure just getting information, storytelling, learning new things that maybe you didn't know. What was the true joy in the art of this?
Yeah, it's the people. I mean, like the thing I keep thinking about is how these guys are the greats. I mean, they're the greatest at what they do. But when you sit down with them and get to know them, like they're people and they were dealing with the same kinds of human emotions and angst that we all deal with. And I think it's a very human story. Like Joe Montana and Steve Young, like they didn't hate each other. But they had to deal with a situation where there could only be number one quarterback. So I think, that sort of human conflict, human emotion, like I think you learn that even these great players, like they go through all the same emotions and situations that we do. So we appreciate it, and we hope everyone tunes in on Sunday to see it. It's on AMC at 9 p.m.
No, you guys have a busy schedule, and we're almost out of time. I did want to ask you as we wrap up here. And by the way, I want to remind everybody, Rise of the 49ers debuting start of February, AMC, and I assume you'll be able to see that on demand and in repeat, as well as to set your DVRs. Watching the trailer is a familiar voice. And then couldn't quite place it. Oh, yeah, that's the executive producer or one of the producers, Thomas Brady, who threw a football once or twice. I always felt like Tom Brady was a man out of time in the sense that it seemed the only thing that would make his legacy more perfect is if he did that with the 49ers, the famous picture of him in the stands, much like Brandon Crawford of the Giants as a youngster. Even though he's a Patriot, Buccaneer, Tom Brady grew up absolutely loving the 49ers, and I'm assuming that came through in the partnership as well.
Yes. I mean, I think people are going to see Tom Brady kind of like they've never seen him before, like as a fan, which is really cool. And like, it's clear, watching the Sunday broadcast that he loves football. Like he wouldn't be doing it on Fox if he didn't. But like this series, you get to learn how he fell in love with football. So
it'll make sense instantly as soon as you watch the first episode. You'll understand why Tom Brady is incorporated in it. So, and people are going to think it's cool.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Appreciate that, Jason. That's going to be incredibly interesting for 49er fans. And I also encourage Raider fans to watch it too, so they can understand what it's like to build a successful franchise. It will be on AMC February 1st and 2nd, the debut, and AMC Plus as well.
Very cool. And I'm interested in that Tom Brady angle. Those guys portrayed that. So we'll see how as a voice of that and his fandom. Yeah, that'll be cool to see.
I also want to apologize to Raider fans. That was unnecessary, and I take it back. That was just an unnecessary shot that really came out of nowhere. I'll try to do better in the future. No, I won't. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for Madness. LeBron choked last night, but what did he choke on? Jason Tatum and the Super Bowl. We got to, we're going to do a couple Super Bowl things per day. Best and worst. We'll tell you what we mean coming up next.
Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes. Upgrade and save today at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Somewhere on the YouTube chat earlier, I skipped over it, and I should have. We have a couple of Huddersfield Town fans in the chat, which is why I always try to be. Hello, cheerio, hello, old sock, old chap. One of them said, "Can you shout out, Dave? Can you give a shout out to my good friend Ollie Fisher? He's studying to work in radio because he's inspired by you." Well, if that's your inspiration, buddy, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a great radio tip here. And this is for all you aspiring young broadcasters. There's all kinds of promotion. There's pre-promotion, cross-promotion, back promotion, rewind, reset, and all that. So as we went to break in the last segment, Jason, what I did there is I pre-promoted 3 for Madness.
You did.
Coming up in 15 minutes.
Right.
To try to get people through this segment as well.
Yeah.
Which is an old broadcaster trick that I did incredibly on purpose, and not because I thought that the 49er interview was in a different segment than it ended up being.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Overall, I think Chris produced that perfectly.
Yeah. I think that was great. But I am looking forward to that documentary, and there's been a lot of different things done on that, but it's been a while to hear that, and the collection of people and the Brady angle will be something new.
I think Brady should have just. I never latch onto this because I always want to say Gino Torretta, quarterback, Jesuit. I swear it started with a J. It's who we drafted. It's who the Niners drafted in the Brady draft. And
Carmazzi?
Gio Carmazzi, thank you. So the Niners drafted Gio Carmazzi and that's a Jesuit guy right there in Carmichael. And I don't ever hop on that because I don't want to disrespect Gio Carmazzi or his family because, my goodness, guy got drafted by the 49ers better than we did. I think he'd be okay if I said that in retrospect, I wish we had drafted Tom Brady instead. And imagine that. Imagine what the world would be like had Tom Brady been drafted and played for the 49ers. And, hey, even if he just won, 3 Super Bowls with the Niners, I'd be fine with that. His hometown team.
Well, remember how many times, I don't know how many, but I would say there was legitimately at least once, maybe twice, where those rumors were pretty strong. Like, man, is this the time? Is he really going to end up as a 49er? And never happened.
Yeah, I think I think when it's all said and done, and I think it's just about said and done, where he could say this, I think he very much would have played for the 49ers a couple of times. And for some reason, they'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo instead. And why not? Who wouldn't rather have Jimmy Garoppolo than Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Right. All right. Well, speaking of, you're not really. Your San Francisco 49ers documentary, first and second, AMC, coming up next week. Your Sacramento Kings, however, do play tonight in Philadelphia. And Jason, Philly is, talk about them a bit later as well, more at length, but they're a strange team. I don't really know which way they're going, and I don't know how hamstrung, and that's not an injury pun, they are with Joel Embiid and his status or lack thereof in his contract and how massive that is. But they're 25-21. They're just always kind of right there. Currently, they're the 6th seed, so they would be in the playoffs. They got a game lead on Orlando. They're actually better on the road than at home, which is, I can't remember if that's either strange or normal for them. There was something, I think they've oftentimes, even in their glory years, had better or really good road records than home records. But either way, it's going to be a tough task for Sacramento.
Yeah, and kind of where they are, you're right. There's a lot of basketball left. What kind of moves are made around the deadline, if any, for the Eastern Conference teams that they're around or themselves? but they're, 2.5 out of 5th, so not terribly far, but a little work to do there. But, a bad week or so, and they could be down close to 9th. I mean, that's kind of where the logjam is in the East. And so I'd imagine that Philly is the team to me, Dave, that if, and this is a big if, they are healthy come playoff time, I don't think that's a team you want to see because, the best version of Embiid is really good. And Paul George can be really good. And then the Maxey and Edgecombe right now have been doing a bunch of the work for the team for the bulk of the year. So there is talent there. I don't feel like it's a team that can get out of the East personally, but I also think like today, if it started today and they're playing Boston, I don't know that Boston loves that matchup. They might get through, but a healthy Philly team, I don't think is one you go, oh, good, this might be light work in the first round. I just don't think it will be that case.
Is Joel Embiid a what if?
He's kind of getting there, isn't he? I mean, he's gotten the MVP. He's had some playoff success, not all the way to the mountaintop, but it feels like there's more to his career that could have been there. And he's been good for the bulk of it. It's just there's awards, there's accolades. But, yeah, I feel like he's left us with more. He's in that Anthony Davis group of guys that have been good, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to be ashamed of with their career. But you're like, yeah, probably if things went right, might be thinking of them in a different stratosphere.
Well, if you ever want to know what Joel Embiid's status is, which is always a coin flip, if you want to know if he's playing, just look to see if he's playing the Kings because he always does. Coming off of 29-9 in just 29 minutes versus the Bucks, 38-11 the game before that, a triple-double, 32-15-10 in an overtime win against Houston. It's when he's playing, and he's 31 years old, so he's not, a youngster, but when Embiid is playing and is relatively healthy, he's as good. I mean, he really is. I don't even know what tier you'd put him in, but if Jokic is in the number one tier on his own, I'm not talking about for the future, but right now, if Embiid were playing 5 games this week and Wembanyama were playing 5 games this week, aren't they about the same numbers wise?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's probably some subtle differences in there, but yeah.
So he's in that solid low number 1, high number 2-ish range, top 3 center in the league. He's just so damn good. You just can't rely on him.
Well, that's the thing. And imagine now being Philadelphia where you go, okay, Embiid has been the franchise player and right now making $55 million, then to $59, then to $64. And then in 28-29, Dave, he's due $69 million. Wow.
And when you combine that with the fact that he has played, let me see here, 58, 68, he's played 8, counting this year, which we're still, kind of in the middle of. He's played 84 games in the last 3 years. This year in the 2, he played 19 last year, 39 the year before. As a matter of fact, his career high for games played, he played 68 in 21-22, and he played 66 in 22-23. So even when he's air quotes healthy, but here's the other thing. When the dude plays, he's had years, Jason, he had a 3-year stretch where he averaged double-digit rebounds every year and averaged 30, 33, and 34.7 points in 23-24. That's bonkers, man.
Yeah. So, but looking at that, in the present day, you have to play 65 games. He would have been eligible for an award twice.
Yeah.
66 and 68 in back-to-back years.
I think they're going to adjust that at some point.
I think they might have to. I mean, again, I think Wembanyama, almost has to play all of the games the rest of the way or close to it. And, let's say he finishes with 63 games. So it's still a good chunk of it, not all of it. And you go, wait, he can't win Defensive Player of the Year or anything or All-NBA or any of this stuff. You go, are we doing this right?
Well, I think one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to adjust it or what you're going to start. I mean, would not surprise me. So Victor Wembanyama is out with an ankle, right? Sub in Victor Wembanyama, foul somebody, sub him out. I actually kind of don't know why that's happened. That hasn't happened yet. And I understand that it
back to the averages, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Where players go, well, yeah, is it worth it for me to play 1 minute, get 0 stats just to chase an award, even though there's financial incentives tied to a lot of these things for these guys?
Yeah, that's where it gets all funky, man. Like they've got to figure. I understand why they did that.
Yes,
I completely understand why they did that. But there's got to be some sort of a middle ground. And honestly, I don't know what it is. Do you tie it to minutes? But what if you're Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and you're sitting out every other fourth quarter? I don't know. His averages end up being okay though.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's done fine.
All right. Coming up at 7:28, Sports Business with Kelly Brothers. We'll take a good hard look tonight at the Sixers at 7:43 for tonight's game. Coming up next, though, 3 for Madness. LeBron James, Jason Tatum, and a Super Bowl question for you. All coming up after this.
Stay up to date on Sacramento sports. Join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Jason Ross here to tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez, a lawyer right here in downtown Sacramento. That is one of us that's been in the community for a long time and has helped many, many people in our area with their area of need. If you need some representation, Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law. You can go to saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187. Now, he's helped a lot of people out. Like I said, he's been a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record of results for the 2016 year, 17, 18, 19, and so on. It's just been incredible what he's been able to do, as no case for him is too big or too small, and he's helped lots of people, like I mentioned, whether it's through a wrongful termination case, an auto accident case situation you've been in, maybe a wrongful termination or a sexual harassment case. A lot of different things he can help you out. Criminal defense, but also expungements. Those are areas of, like, maybe something on your record you like removed. He can help with that. He's done that for a lot of people, and it's kind of been an area of expertise. A lot of people have asked about that. So, again, Jonathan Gonzalez, local lawyer right here in town, saclegaldefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Hey, movie fans, Marty Supreme is playing at the Esquire IMAX Theater. See it the way it was meant to be seen on the 6-story IMAX screen. Feel every twist and turn crashing all around you, where every seat is always the best seat in the house.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. You think it's that simple? Yeah, I do.
Don't wait. Get reserved seats for Marty Supreme at Sacramento's biggest and loudest movie-going experience, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tile Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Kelly Brothers coming up in about, let's call it 30 minutes, 29 to be exact. King Sixers at 7:43 will go around the NBA, including what's going on with Giannis. Is San Antonio out on Giannis Antetokounmpo? Also, Jason saw the story that I saw this earlier today. A Jason Williams game-worn jersey sold for what? And that's no disrespect to our guy Jay Will, but boy, did I not expect to see that figure. I got to go back and I still got some.
I had to save a lot
stuff.
of pennies for that, Dave.
Jeez. So Jason Williams can't even believe it got sold for that.
He had a great quote.
He did have a great quote. We'll talk about that later. In the meantime, filling in wonderfully for Chris Relied, it is Anthony, and it is 3 for Madness.
LeBron choked up in what could have been his final game in Cleveland last night. Is this his final year?
When I wrote this, I was hoping MC would be in the chat because I know there is. I don't know if there's a bigger LeBron fan in the world, but certainly not a bigger LeBron fan in the chat than MC. So I kind of wanted to do this for him because I know he's kind of on pins and needles as to whether or not this will be LeBron's last season. I don't think, Jason, don't you get the feeling he's going to want a retirement tour? It just seems weird that he would just kind of sneak out Tim Duncan style at the end of the year. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it would be more known. I think the way he's done things, it's been a little bit more public. And I don't know how this year is going to end for him, but, and the fact that he can be a free agent here at the end and see where he would like to go if he was going to do one more run at it. There was some talks over the last day or so that if the Lakers brought him back, it'd have to be at a discounted rate. It doesn't feel like this is the way it's going to end for him. I mean, he still can play first and foremost, which is amazing credit to him, how well he's playing at this age. But yeah, it doesn't feel like it's the end.
So let me ask you a sub question then. So we'll go question 1A. If you and we both agree that odds are he'll want a farewell tour, but is this his last year in LA?
That I think might be, which is weird because then where would it be? Would he do one more year somewhere else? A third trip back to Cleveland? Who knows? I don't know. And I think there would be teams that would want him, but again, now we're back to the price. What would it cost to get LeBron?
I don't know. I mean, how much would it?
Or would he do the, hey, I'll come back and play for the Lakers at a lower rate?
Or does he go,
because they actually have money this summer, which is crazy. They're one of the teams that will. So is he going to work out something like, yeah, I'll come back at this rate to help us get, this player to go with Luka and them and me, and then maybe it's all right, one more run at this. Let's see if we can get one more title and then get out of here.
Jason in the chat says, a tour, he's not Kobe. No, he's better. I mean, what do you want?
If Dwayne Wade got a tour, then I think LeBron gets a tour.
Well, he deserves one if he wants one.
Yeah, if he wants one, I think so. I mean, I'm a fan of LeBron, but I also I have no problems acknowledging there are things with LeBron I'm not a fan of. Mm-hmm. There are things with LeBron it's not just LeBron, it's the circus that comes with him, the flopping, the this, the that, the whatever. But LeBron James is one of the most not only is he one of the greatest players of all time, he is also one of the most important NBA players of all time. When you go from, and it's so funny to think about it, but when you go from being on the cover of Sports Illustrated at St. Vincent St. Mary's as I think a sophomore or a junior, and all the pressure, his high school games were regularly nationally televised. Then your hometown team gets the number one pick. I mean, you want to talk about conspiracy. His hometown team, Jerry West, was on stage just an inch away from LeBron James being a Memphis Grizzly. And this dude ends up going to Cleveland. I think he makes 9 straight finals runs, which is insane in this era. No major scandals. You know, there's whispers here and there of this, that, whatever. No, he's married, seemingly a family man, at least on the surface, been married forever. Didn't exactly come from wealth.
Given back.
Has given a ton back. The school, the donations, all that. He has carried a lot on his shoulders and has been in the spotlight since he was 14 years old. And there are exceptions. We live in a society where everything gets poked at, everything gets prodded at, everything gets picked, every mistake gets magnified and judged. And I think for having the amount of pressure and focus he's had for, what is he now, 41, 40? So well over half his life. And he's been about as model a citizen. He's given back. The most powerful agent in the entire league is a guy that he met in Atlanta that was selling throwback jerseys out of the trunk of his car. That read about LeBron James and Rich Paul someday. And it's just, I think it's as much a product of the times as anything. When we look at a LeBron and he's not Michael. Well, he lost this many finals games. Well, the thing in China or this and that. Guys, I would say right now, maybe you do good, Jason, but me, anyone in the chat, all these folk, get in his shoes and see if you can operate anywhere near the level LeBron has, both on and off the court. And that's the thing. We've been divided into these camps where you're a LeBron hater or a LeBron lover. And right now, LeBron haters are like, quit glossing LeBron. I just think he's one of the most important sports figures of our time. I really do. So, yeah.
And I think the other part of that, Dave, is I think everything he's done has been very public. I mean, there's a private entity to him, but a lot of his career is public. So I feel like there'd be a few more breadcrumbs about if this was it. And I think there would be a tour and like league sources or people would be digging in on that. Doesn't mean it can't happen that way. But the other part, too, is I think that's something that's important for him. So there are LeBron haters, and that's totally fine. If you don't like LeBron, you don't like LeBron. But I think if we go back to Kobe, I think the Kobe career story arc, there were plenty of people that didn't like him. There were people that revered him, but the group, and I'll say Kings fans who are in that group. And then it was like when it was announced, that was it. And when he came here, it turned. It was like, wait, I love to hate you. I love to be sports hate you. But now this is it. This is the last time. There was a great ovation, a sense of appreciation of his career, of the competition that he helped bring out of the Kings. And it was like, man, I enjoyed nothing more than watching you lose to the Kings. But now that you're here coming through, you know what? Standing ovation for you. What a career. Thank you. And I think LeBron could also use that from some of the LeBron haters. It's like, yeah, he's just always going to be here. So it's easy for me to hate him. I hate. Oh, wait, this is the last time? Oh, you know what? I do appreciate what he's done for the league in his career. I think he should get that kind of love as well if there was a tour for him.
I think so. And I also think that there's a lot of money to be made on it. I 100% think there's a Mav Carter produced documentary about it the big good, the decision becomes the goodbye. There and you know what? Yeah, I think that fans in 29 other cities, depending on where he's at, they absolutely. I mean, imagine LeBron's last game in Sacramento. Guy's getting a giant standing ovation.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Is there a city he wouldn't get one in?
No.
I don't think so either. So yeah, I'm all for that. Again, I'm really sad MC was not here for this conversation. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
Jason Tatum says he hasn't decided if he'll return this year. If he does, are the Celtics a problem in the East?
Jason Tatum went through full workout. I think it was in Detroit last week. And in front of media, looked like he was getting at it, And obviously, it's like Fred Warner. I mean, he was going through football practices. Didn't mean, it didn't mean that he was ready to go. So just because we're seeing these Jason Tatum workouts going full speed doesn't mean that he's ready. But the Celtics have acquitted themselves quite well this year, considering. And right now, they currently are the 3 seed, tied with the Knicks for the 2 seed. I absolutely think he's coming back. I think had they been worse, he wouldn't be coming back. But I do think he's coming back. And I think when he comes back, Jason, I think there's going to be a ramp up. But I think they will be a problem in the East. The East is wide open this year.
Yeah, I think there honestly might be a problem without him, to be honest. I mean, the way they've worked themselves to 29-18, which is honestly something I thought Indiana would be able to do. I know Halliburton's important to the team, and losing Turner is a factor, but I thought Indiana, hey, look, they're a winning culture. They have a great coach. They'd figure out a way to be in the top 8 of the Eastern Conference. They haven't. Credit to Boston, they have. And right now, technically tied for second. So if everything goes right, maybe they keep creeping up the ladder there. And if Detroit's still your 1 seed, that's a team that doesn't have a ton of playoff experience. Boston has way more, and maybe they can work themselves through this. But Tatum's got to feel right. He's got to feel confident that this is a significant injury. And to me, the injury is more about that, about the confidence. He's going to heal and rehab and do all the proper things to get physically ready to be on the floor. That hurdle of the mental hurdle is the biggest one. I mean, that's the biggest injury he's ever had. Coming back, trying to be the same player is difficult to do, and I'm sure he's going to want to be as close to that player as possible. So the mental part to me is all what it is for Tatum.
I also want to add, because I saw it in the chat too, somebody said there's still a lot of pushback. Going back to our earlier question, there's still a lot of pushback on LeBron for the decision and how he handled that going to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You know what surprises me, that I don't know if people don't know this or if they just ignore it. People need to remember that whole decision thing raised $5 million for the Boys and Girls Clubs. Mm. There was $2.5 million specifically for doing it. And then the broadcast revenue was another like $2.5 million. And this wasn't just in Akron. It was in Connecticut. It was in Long Beach. You can look it up. Renovations, computer equipment. You got Hewlett Packard and Nike to donate a ton of stuff. Like, between the school, and by the way, the school ain't perfect, but between the school, which has helped a lot of kids go to college, the decision that everybody looks back at and rolls their eyes, and it's like, dude, he raised a ton of money for kids in that and tied it to it. So in effect, he's taking all this garbage for something he did. Yeah, was it ego? Sure. Did it help charity? Abso-freaking-lutely. $5 million, guys. And then on top of that, he went back to Cleveland and got them their only title ever. So again, I think just some people are just going to hate LeBron to hate him. Again, I don't think everyone needs to be a huge LeBron fan. I understand that, but my goodness, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, again, if that's like, I feel like when you're picking apart LeBron, it's you're kind of looking for the little things. I mean, there's been less of a big, plant the flag. This was a huge controversial thing. There's always going to be some stuff. You're not going to please everybody, but I feel like he's, of all the most famous athletes, he's been pretty much on the right side of the law, let's say, and all those kind of things. So, yeah, if you don't like him, you don't like him.
Well, and listen to how silly it went. If I go, Michael Jordan, are you kidding me? Massive gambling debts, infidelity, divorce, selling $200-$300 sneakers to inner city kids who can't anywhere near afford that. He had every ability to lower the price on the shoes and make them more accessible. Instead, that's not what happens. Michael Jordan didn't care about this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's the quote that says Republicans buy shoes too from way back. That quote never happened, but I sound silly saying that because, by the way, all those things are relatively true, but that was Michael Jordan.
Right.
And if going out gambling and smoking cigars on game nights, and he's not the all-time leading scorer, and he's not this, and he's not that. He never went to 9 straight finals. Well, he's 6-0. Okay, well, what about in the other years? Like, that sounds silly. Why I don't need to break down Michael Jordan to build up LeBron James. But my God, I would say there's a lot more to go after Michael Jordan with objectively than there is LeBron James. Yet somehow that most of the people that tear down LeBron James are huge Jordan people. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
What are we doing? All right. Question 3 here.
Question 3.
What are your favorite and least favorite things about the lead up to the Super Bowl?
My least favorite is the wait. Talking about it constantly until we get to the point where, when they start Radio Row in earnest, and you're going to see there's always going to be some dude dressed completely weird asking stupid questions, and there'll be some lady dressed completely weird asking stupid questions. You're always going to have that. Some streamer's going to, silly string someone, and I don't know. You get the circus part of the whole thing, and there's going to be at least one, if not more, viral stupid questions asked. What was it? What was the one? Isn't the all-timer? This actually happened, didn't it, Jason? God, am I remembering this right? I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be a wise guy here. Didn't a reporter once ask Doug Williams at the Super Bowl how long he'd been a black quarterback?
Something along those lines rings.
Does that ring? I swear, that
definitely happened.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Like, there's going to be something like that. But whatever. My favorite thing, though, and this kind of happens with the lead up, is by the time the game happens a week from Sunday, it is going to be like I will have convinced myself the Patriots are going to win. I will have convinced myself the Seahawks are going to win. I will have no idea. There's going to be a couple of leaked commercials, which I hate, by the way. Stop leaking the commercials, but I'll watch them. But I hate it. I want to be surprised. There will be the pomp, the circumstance, the food, the festivities, the national holiday that should be the Super Bowl, and we will all be ready for it. And if I'm being honest, part of the reason we'll enjoy it so much and be so ready for it is that we will have had 2 weeks without football. Be ready to go.
The wait is one of the worst things for sure. Like you said, I think media night has turned into the circus that you've described that is just too crazy. I think the other part that I don't like about the Super Bowl is also something that I do like. It's how big the event has become. So I like that part, and you just realize, like, for the most part, the United States shuts down. I mean, we're kind of shut down, and I wouldn't say we're in common ground in that we're watching the game. Now, it might be I'm a Seahawks fan. It might be I'm a Patriots fan. It might be I don't care. I want this. I love the halftime show. I hate the halftime show. That's the greatest halftime show I've ever seen. That's the worst halftime show I've ever seen. These are the greatest commercials they've ever done in the Super Bowl. These are the worst commercials. That was the best game. That was the worst game. This is the best officiated. It's like, wow, we have to make the bold statements about it. And we get that many more people watching and that many more opinions on it. And you just go, sometimes it's just another Super Bowl. Some are kind of nondescript that don't stick out as much. I was thinking about that the other day, Dave, when they were saying when Seattle won, they said they're going to their 4th Super Bowl. And I went, 4th? And off the top of my head, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember obviously the one with Sherman and not giving the ball to Richard Sherman's reaction, not giving the ball to Marshawn Lynch. their win, their blowout over the Broncos, and then I remember they had lost. I was like, wait, no, what's the other game? And I don't remember. And then it was the Steelers and the Seahawks. I had to look it up, and I went, oh yeah, Antoine Randall L. Okay, I remember that play. I don't remember anything else about that Super Bowl. And so some Super Bowls sometimes are just, it's just another game. There's been 60 of them or whatever, and some are better than others. And so I feel like sometimes the profound statements that people are going to make on social media and or the next day to say that was the greatest game, the worst game, the best coaching performance, the worst, the best decision. It's just, do we have to make the grand statements after a game that's that incredibly popular?
That was really well put, because you're right. And honestly, doesn't it make more sense to put this sucker on Saturday?
He had to give everybody a day to breathe. But you know what's going to happen. Like already coming in, Bad Bunny is controversial for some reason. Okay, that's fine. So we know people are going to love it. We know people are going to hate it, right?
Yeah.
And is either side wrong? Like, it's just opinion. But like the fact that people will say that, well, it needed to be a 1980s cover band. Well, I don't know who would say that, but whatever. Or it needed to be this group. All right. Well, whatever group you say or singer you say, the same, detractors will be there for that person. It's just, there's no perfect answer in all of this stuff.
Am I alone? Usually I am. Am I alone in the thought that I don't care? Like every year, it seems. Every year. I don't remember the last time there was a fairly consensus thumbs up on the Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
Maybe Prince, but even then, I guarantee you, dude, there was Prince. He's a symbol. Like, what is that symbol thing? And he's, I don't know. I'm sure there was. I know for like the Dr. Dre Eminem one, it was like rap. Come on.
That was my favorite. Me personally, that was one of my favorites in LA. I love that one.
Same.
Thought it was great.
Top 5 easily, maybe even top.
And all the cameos, the different people. I'm like, this is great. And then there are people like, what is this trash? I'm like, really? Okay, well, not for me, but if it was for you, then it was.
100%. And everybody has their own taste. Like, if you have a country halftime show, country, come on, what are they? You put Bruce Springsteen or The Who or Tom Petty.
What year is this?
Right, exactly. Coldplay. I know you listen to Coldplay. And then this year it's Bad Bunny, which is there a good Bunny? I don't know. This one's Bad Bunny. And everyone, not everyone, many people are just like, Bad Bunny, I don't understand. I thought this was America. Bad Bunny, I don't even know. And part of that's just being old, and there's other things associated with that. I actually don't care. I just want to be entertained, but am I alone in the sense that I actually enjoy it when people get angry at the halftime? Like it makes me want to like it.
Yeah.
Because I generally don't like the people that get triggered about halftime shows anyways. So then the more triggeration there is, the more I kind of enjoy it. I literally cannot name one Bad Bunny song. I know more Beethoven songs than I know Bad Bunny songs. I don't know one. My entire knowledge of Bad Bunny is the following. He's a really huge international star. And he was the caddy in Happy Gilmore too. That's it.
Yeah. How about you might be onto something. How about Beethoven for halftime?
You know what though?
A compilation of recordings of classics.
Beethoven not available, but to your point, like if you were to throw like a medley of like Beethoven, William Tell, Chopin, Handel, like whatever, would it work? Probably not. For me, I think the halftime show should be Creed, but that would probably trigger some people.
That'd be the most popular one.
Creed?
Yeah, come on.
Creed and Oasis.
Yeah, Oasis, sure. That would annoy people.
That would really, honest.
That'd be bad.
That would so annoy people. If it was Oasis, that would actually. But I'll tell you what, I only dislike Oasis because Chris loves them so much. But I'm fine with Oasis. But my goodness, if it was Oasis, yeah. Let's see what's Dwayne saying here. So those of us that choose not to watch Bad Bunny are wrong, stupid, and to be ridiculed. Yes, Yes, those of you who choose to not watch Bad Bunny are wrong, stupid, and ridiculed. No, you don't have to watch Bad Bunny. But when you ask questions like that, it makes me, because I'm not a nice person or respectable like Jason, it makes me want to say, yes, stop being so sensitive. Stop being such a snowflake. If you want to watch Bad Bunny, watch Bad Bunny. If you don't want to watch Bad Bunny, don't watch Bad Bunny. I don't care. And the fact that I don't know who's worse, people that are triggered by the Super Bowl halftime show or vegans, in the sense that they have to tell you about it. I don't care. And you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I don't, like I said, I don't know what the hell Bad Bunny is. What am I going to do? That's when I'm going to go take a leak. I'm going to refresh my food. I might go outside, take a breath of fresh air. And then, hey, Bad Bunny comes on. Oh, what's this all about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that happened. That's cool. Oh, that happened. That's cool. I'm not going to sit there with my arms folded and go online every 5 minutes. I don't like Bad Bunny.
Well,
Am I wrong?
Think about it this way too, Dave. I know the majority of the United States is watching the Super Bowl, but not everybody, right? Yeah. Do you hear from the people, I didn't watch the Super Bowl? Okay, you didn't watch it. But I don't feel like that's a loud group that gets out there and tells everybody they didn't watch it. So same idea. Like if you don't like the halftime guest, yeah, you can, hey, take those 20 minutes off.
Literally 20 minutes.
Yeah, take it off. Get your snacks, go eat, talk. You're probably at a party. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're with friends. Maybe play a game. Maybe puppy bowl. Whatever it is, something different. Then come back to the game. It's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm you know what? Honestly, I'm not one of the advertisers. Those are the only people that should care about who watches the damn thing.
Right.
I don't care. What's the old saying? It's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Just don't watch.
Well, it's a little bit, I mean, people have said this for sports fans, like, oh, if it's Patriots Seahawks, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. You do. You will. Yeah. Right?
That's me.
Yeah.
I did that.
Yeah. I know we do. But we're all like, because you're mad, you're emotional, you want your team there. And it's like, I'm only watching if my team's there. Well, it is the Super Bowl. There's only even 60 of them. And it's the biggest event. And yeah, I'm going to end up watching. It's not my favorite matchup, but I'm watching it.
But if you don't watch it, I will be devastated personally.
Yes, it will tear Dave apart.
Because I care. I'm not watching the Super Bowl. Okay, then don't watch the Super Bowl. And by the way, here's a TCG. As a Niner fan, I will not be watching the Super Bowl. Can't stand either team. Great. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fine. Don't.
What do you do?
It's okay.
Like if you and I like really took that stance on Super Bowl Sunday, like not watching, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, no, there's no way I'm not watching this.
Because
I've said that same exact sentence.
Right.
Yeah, I think everybody I know, and I'm sure there's someone that's not, but almost everybody that like I know or close to, or like, hey, you want to do, like they're watching the game. Like, all right, well, I guess I'll watch a movie. I guess you could watch something else, but that just seems weird.
Yeah, just
to not check in even like. I don't really care that much about the game. Oh, it's like I may not watch all the hype and the fanfare. Maybe even join in late. Like I want to see who's going to win. All right.
Oh, and as we go to break here, I'm sorry, I misunderstood Dwayne on the Dwayne. I think is not watching this. Whatever. I didn't see what he was saying. He was referring to Chris, who's off today. He's talking. First off, okay, let me back up. I know
he's talking about Guerrero, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Which number one, anyone who takes anything Chris Guerrero says seriously, that's on you. But secondly, let me just say this as well. This might be a controversial statement. I really hope it's not. With everything I just said about Bad Bunny, and I'll watch Bad, whatever. Also, if you choose to not watch Bad Bunny, like if you're like, I'm just not into it, I'm not going to watch. That also doesn't mean you're automatically a racist either. I mean, I can live with that as well. Like, I don't automatically, for example, if it was, I don't know, is Travis Tritt alive? Randy
Sure.
Travis. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an old country person. And I probably wouldn't be that. I'm not into country, but that doesn't mean I'm cowboy hat cist. It's just not my thing. Like, that's fine too. We're so labely. And yeah, there's like actual racists and there's actual people that don't like country music. Like those people just breaking news. But yeah, to label whatever. I just have a problem with the people that need to, carrying their way into the whole thing. Oh, I'm not watching it. It's a travesty. Whatever. There's worse things in life than bad money playing at the stupid Super Bowl. Just give me a good game. Let me watch some puppies on the other channel. And, I don't hate anybody for anything. What I do hate, though, is when the weather's terrible outside and I'm driving around getting blown all over the place. And I mean by the wind, where it's gusty outside. That's when I call my friends. I'm glad I called my friends at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, which you can as well, and get the best deals going on, well, pretty much everything vehicle related. But let's talk about the Ram trucks, of which they're the number 3 dealer in the whole U.S. of America. That's like, and they're right there in Woodland, 5 minutes from the airport, and they're right there. Not only do they have deals, but they have a massive collection. Massive selection, I should say. So you want the color you want the interior you want, whatever. You're spending money, you might as well get that. Oh, yeah, they also have the brand new car dealership. The truck center, they've got the used car center as well, with a ton of vehicles under $20,000. Search, select, and save their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. We will pause and take a break. When we come back, very quick break here. When we come back, Kelly Brothers, he's good at business. He joins us next.
The 10th annual Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration is Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center, inducting the class of 2026, plus honoring all of our past inductees. See Sacramento's 50 greatest athletes of all time.
This is Bill Cartwright.
This is Jerry Royster.
This is Tony the Tiger Lopez.
This is Dusty Baker, proud member of the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame. Join us Thursday, February the 5th at the Golden One Center for Sacramento's best sports night of the year.
Get your tickets now at SacSportsHOF.com.
This President's Day, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Benjamin Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G service. What's up with that? Ben Franklin wasn't even a president. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be in business with an American wireless company that supports our vets in a big way and keeps all their customer service in this country. That's important. And you'll be on the same towers the big carriers use, so you'll get the same 5G service without the inflated price. So hang on to your Benjamins and switch to Pure Talk for a Jackson and a Lincoln. No contract, no hidden fees. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and you'll get 50% off your first month when you switch. That's pound 250, Mike Rowe, for an American wireless company that is truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tile Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Joining us now on Sports Sense, certified financial planner Kelly Brothers. Kelly is an advisor with CapTrust, one of the nation's largest registered investment advisors. CapTrust counts among its clients numerous pro athletes and pro sports franchises, but most importantly serves many Northern Californians through comprehensive financial planning. Here's Kelly Brothers.
All right. We'll get Kelly. I was looking at the text during the break. I know we were having issues getting the link over to our good friend Kelly Brothers. Let me know, Jason, whenever that's good to go. Good segment, by the way, especially on the Super Bowl. Let's see. From 916-339-1140 is our text line. I haven't watched the halftime show since Katy Perry. And that was still only hoping for a wardrobe malfunction. Wow. All right. Those are our listeners.
Okay.
I was at that halftime show. And,
that's the Super Bowl you went to.
That's the Super Bowl I went to. That was the famous left shark, the left shark situation there. Nope, I saw that whole thing. That was that as time goes by, Jason, that may end up being the sports experience I am most lucky to have been at, especially where I was sitting on the goal line when that interception happened at the end. And now we've got the rematch here years later, Patriots and Seahawks.
So you're going again?
No. Oh. I think that will probably be my one and only Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is kind of like China to me. Like, I went and I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I went. I'm glad I went. I saw things I will remember. Shanghai, the Great Wall, the Forbidden City. Awesome. Glad I'm done.
Yeah.
Not going back.
Okay. Well, understandable. You've done it. You've been there. And, it's now ticket prices and just the overall experience. It's just that's an event. That's for sure.
Yeah. And then, like, the parking,
it's all about the parking.
Huh?
It's all about the parking.
What is it, like $700?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like.
Okay. I think we have Kelly now, Dave.
Okay. Welcoming in right now our dear friend. Hopefully we got all the links linked and everything ready to go. The one, the only. He'll go to the Super Bowls. Yeah. I mean, you're rolling like Kelly Brothers, man. He's probably got his own suite. Good morning, Kelly.
I won't be close to the Super Bowl. My suite is my living room, and I'm very happy with it. So, but it'll be exciting for San Francisco and San Jose, and I'm sure there will be people like, why is my hotel 40 miles from where the game is? Why is that?
Right.
I'm not understanding that.
Maybe we can walk to the game. No, we cannot.
Okay, we'll take the subway.
Yeah.
We dealt with this the last time. What was it, about 10 years ago? Was it 10 years ago?
It was
in San Francisco? And the amount of people nationally figuring it out, like all the people flying in here, like all the Boston mass, whats that are rolling out that have not been here before, not familiar with the area, that have no idea that San Jose, Santa Clara, and San Francisco are not the same thing. They're not close to each other. And they
don't know it because all the beauty shots on TV are the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right.
And they usually will say something about it, but no. And then I was, I don't know, one of my feeds yesterday had the broadcast of was that 85 when they played at Stanford Stadium?
Yes, I think so.
It was Dolphins-Niners Super Bowl. The one shot Marino had. And I think he was like 23 at the time.
Man.
But that might have been the best Niners team ever, and they took them apart. So it's just looking at that old Stanford Stadium, man. That was to think the Super Bowl was there on wooden bench seats.
Yes,
a little different these days.
Real quick, what would you, if you were going to do here? Okay, you go to Seattle and it's going to be grunge music and they're throwing a fish. You go to Dallas, or we know what the hero shots are going to break. The literal only thing I can think of for Santa Clara would be Marriott's Great America, like the Demon, the tidal wave. Is Santa Clara known for anything else?
No, but I mean, if you're a business junkie like myself, if you showed the Apple headquarters.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. That looks like a big spaceship, I mean, that's the hard part is in terms of pictures, it's hard to depict Silicon Valley,
right?
And how important it is in our world. I mean, just the announcement yesterday that is just, it's not even leading the news, but the fact that Elon Musk is no longer going to make cars in Fremont, California, because he's going to be making 1 million robots a year in Fremont, California. It just blows my mind that it's just lost in the wash of everything else going on. But who would have bet even 5 years ago? Oh yeah, no, they'll stop making cars and start making robots by 2026.
This is the part of the movie everyone warns us about, and next thing you know, we're at war with the robots. This is it. We're here right now.
Maybe the robots will take over the state and actually do okay. You never know compared to what we got.
Well, you know it's not doing okay, Kelly. Live Golf. And who would have thunk? Who could have possibly predicted ever in the world? Because we've seen, the XFL and every other football startup. We've seen so many of these. Live Golf now with Patrick Reed coming over to the PGA. They are starting to implode a little bit.
They are, and it really feels like those golfers who signed up with Live, it just feels like the ultimate deal with the devil. Just because you're taking a big check to give up what you know and you already love. And you could I tried to watch Live Golf. I found it really hard to watch. And I just didn't see any passion from the fans or the players. But now you got Patrick Reed, you got Brooks Koepka. Both will eventually pay big penalties, tens of millions of dollars to get back to the PGA Tour eventually. How much money could Bryson DeChambeau demand from Live Golf to stay where he is? Talk about a guy with leverage. Right now, that's Bryson DeChambeau. But yeah, it feels like Live is one of the business writers did a story where he found that they were spending about $8.50 to get $1 in revenue at Live Golf. And that's just not a model. I don't care how deep your pockets are. That comes to an end at some point.
And Kelly Dave was talking about, other football startups that have failed. Like for this, some of the reason to me the football startups fail is they just don't have the names, the star power. Like Live Golf probably did it about the best way you could, and yet it still couldn't succeed.
It couldn't. And not only that, but you had these great golfers who then were not succeeding in the majors or the other few times during the year where they all got together. They just kind of disappeared. Bryson maybe was the only exception, but Brooks Koepka was a top 3 golfer for about 5 years there. He goes to Live and no one has seen him since. So, I think, power to the PGA. I remember their CEO, he had like a heart issue with all the stress caused by this. Everyone thought the PGA was just going to fold and go away. And they somehow kind of trudged their way through. And now they're looking really good. It's looking like, okay, we got something we can build on here. And plus, and now it's about, all right, how do you treat the guys who are coming back relative to the guys who never took the bait?
So Jason said something, and we'll move on. He said something that Live Golf did it about as well as you could. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but this is your wheelhouse, not mine here, Kelly. Would Live Golf have been better off just very quietly offering a Godfather offer to PGA Tour Enterprises, buying it outright, just literally throwing $10 billion at them, buy that sucker outright, and then they can do whatever the hell they want, and they own all the golfers?
Yeah, I'm not sure that offer wasn't made or something like it, Dave. But I think the other thing we learned about this, there's a comfort on Sunday turning on a PGA Tour event and knowing what you're seeing and hearing the theme music and hearing the announcers. I mean, to me, if I got to pay a bunch of bills or work on my taxes or write something, I've got golf on. To me, it's like the ultimate background music. I understand Liv trying to do something different, but it didn't even look like golf. I didn't recognize it as pro golf. So there's, I get the people who want to change things up and do things differently, but you might be completely alienating the people who know and love what they know and love, which is soft little piano music going to the break with beautiful shots of green grass,
Well, we got, we are up against it because we got into this. We got to go, but real quick, I see we can pick one of them, either the rebuilds or the Vegas Sphere. Which one's
maybe you guys have talked about this, but I saw someone post on X about this, and I thought he's absolutely right about how if you look at the two teams in the Super Bowl and you look at the University of Indiana, those three coaches have completely blown up what we think of as a rebuild. rebuilds have often been thought of 3, 4, 5 year processes, where as long as you're making progress toward a goal, those coaches who are in a rebuild usually get 4 or 5 years. These guys have reached the pinnacle of their professions in a year or two. And it's unbelievable the turnaround they've had. You can almost understand it a little more in college football because the rules have changed so dramatically. But I mean, for the coaches of Seattle and New England to flip those teams like they have in 1 year is just amazing. So I think rebuild, the whole idea of a rebuild has been redefined.
He's the best. Kelly Brothers is good at business. My dad's favorite segment, and yours, Kelly. It always seems too quick.
Give my love to your pop, man. All right, take care. Thanks, guys.
You got it. Take care. That is Kelly Brothers. We're late for a break. When we come back, final segment before we get to the halftime here, we'll take one other look at the Kings and Sixers. And honestly, are they in a bad spot, just a little different than the Kings? We'll do that next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sports Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of 10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the lease you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Couple things here. Number one, somebody on the text line had a great point. I said, hey, this might be my last, I may have gone to my last Super Bowl. They're 100% correct when they say if the Niners had made it this year. Yeah, you're right. Yes, if the Niners make a Super Bowl again and it's something like, where it's close or easy or whatever, I can tell you this much: I'm not paying $7,000, even if I had $7,000 for a ticket.
Well, then how are you going?
Man, I'm gonna try to call in every possible favor I can, and then if that doesn't work, then sneak in as usual.
Oh yeah, maybe play.
Pose as a concession worker or something.
What if the deal was, Dave, the Niners are going to be in this year's Super Bowl, but the catch is you have to play in the game. Like, that's the deal. I don't know. You talked to we talked to basketball Jesus a lot, but you talked to football Jesus, and football Jesus said, yeah, Dave, I'm going to reward you your wish. The 49ers are going to be playing in their home stadium. But the catch is you have to play, and not like a play, like you're playing in the game. What would you agree to? What position would you play?
I mean, obviously quarterback.
Wow. I was
Wow.
going to say hide on safety.
I thought you would want to win the game.
Let me think here.
I mean, the spiral is getting better, but
I'm actually really trying to think here. Okay, it's not going to be alignment on either side. It's not going to be a skill position.
Yeah, and
it's
it can't be special teams. You have to.
Oh, it can't be special teams?
You're in the first 22. I mean, Dave doesn't want the Niners there, clearly.
No, I do. It's just you didn't mention that because I was going to say maybe if I practiced my tail off and got lucky, maybe I could be the guy that catches the ball for I'm the holder for the field goal kicker.
The guy that catches the ball.
The guy that catches the ball and then puts it down for the field goal kicker.
You got to write the holder, yeah.
Yeah. But you just knocked that out.
Yeah.
Can't do
you're a starter 11 on offense or a starter 11 on defense.
Well, let's break this down. I can't. Fullback, no chance. Running back, no chance. Quarterback, no chance. I mean, none of these are a chance. Let's
right. But you're playing in one.
O-line, no chance. D-line, no chance. Cornerback, no chance. Okay, honestly, you're really making me think of this. If I had to play a good portion or most of a game in order for the Niners to be in the Super Bowl, and I couldn't be special teams, I think I'd be a receiver, Jason. And please let me explain.
Yeah.
I think that's the position I would least affect the team poorly. And not because I'm good, but because I'm in a corner, and eventually they're going to figure out that I'm horrible and there's no chance of me doing anything, but they're going to have to keep somebody in my vicinity because I can catch a ball. Now I'm immediately going to fall to the ground and cower. But if I'm anywhere on defense, I'm a massive liability. Like, I can't be an offensive lineman. They'd sack the quarterback 70 times.
It'd be so funny. It's like they realize they're just at some point in the second half, they've just left you as a receiver. So they put trips to the right side. You're all by your lonesome on the left. They throw it to you like their announcer's like, it's caught by Carmichael Dave. Oh, and he runs out of bounds.
Hey, dude, you're not far off.
For a 4-yard gain. He had half the field to work with, but he ran out of bounds.
As long as the quarterback understood, because they'd probably put me in front of a jugs machine, and they'd I can catch a football. Mm-hmm. I honestly, I can. If it's thrown to me, I can catch
with the
football.
pads on in the Super Bowl and a helmet and people, yelling at you.
I'd say if I'm wide open, it's within 10 to 15 yards, and the ball is thrown to me, and it's a good throw, I'd say there's a 70+% chance I'm catching it. Now, if it's a bullet pass, that's probably bouncing off a booby.
You're like, Brock, throw it nicer.
Stuck in the helmet.
Yeah, it's yes, it would be one of those where, and then if I caught it, I immediately turn. If I have room to run, I'll take a couple of steps, but I'm 100% a quarterback where as soon as anyone is near me, I am sliding.
We have our first ever flopping call in the NFL.
But can you, it's an interesting question. This is like the old, could you win the Masters if you got to start every hole with your ball on the green, but furthest possible from the hole on the green? So all you had to do was putt. Everyone else had to do everything else. Can you think of a position you would play under those same rules that would have even less of a bad effect on your team?
The receiver might be the answer, but I guess at some point, literally they just wouldn't throw it. You're just being taken off of the field. I was wondering if D-line, and I know in the traditional way you're thinking about the guy that gets after the quarterback. I was just thinking about, they're going to block you. You're not going to get around the blocks, but you just, I don't know, can you just get in the way every once in a while? I don't know. Or maybe you're just, some D linemen literally don't get stats. It doesn't mean that they're not productive. They're taking on double teams or creating enough havoc, but it'd just be like, what's that guy doing there?
Well, that was my second choice. A D-line would be my second choice. And what I'd probably say is I'd be like, look, other offensive lineman guy, let's come to an agreement, dude. This would be the easiest day you've ever had. Let's just do the thing where you put your hands on
pain.
We meet up and on two, hut, and the ball snapped, and then we do the thing where we grab each other's shoulders but not a lot of pushing.
Like a slow dance.
Exactly. And then but if you go double team someone and you leave me wide open and there's room in the gap, I mean, listen, dude, I'm 6'3", 200 plus. I could fall on a guy and tackle him. If I'm playing for the Niners, who would I be playing against? So not Ramondre Stevenson. Holy crap. Ramondre Stevenson, I would go to tackle Ramondre Stevenson as a defensive lineman, and I'd look like those old like when Wile E. Coyote would get run over by the steamroller and he'd be like this flat piece of paper that was curved at the ends and like blow away in the air. That's what I would be.
Okay, what if I could change your situation now? Here,
Okay.
Football Jesus actually just called. I got a text from Football Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
All waiting.
Yes. I put him on hold.
Yeah.
Come on. And said, actually,
Hold on, Jesus.
I have a new offer for Carmichael Dave. So what is it?
Okay.
And it says, Dave, I will put your 49ers in the Super Bowl. The catch is the game's going to come down to the end. It's going to be a chip shot field goal. I mean, it's like at the 8-yard line with 1 second left, down by 2.
Nope.
And Dave will be the kicker.
Nope.
Wow.
And
Dave
here's
doesn't
why.
want- or the Niners never make the Super Bowl again.
Oh, jeez.
Come on,
dude.
Whoa, you used his name.
If I was told that the Niners would ever, am I allowed to tell anybody that? They wouldn't believe me. Never mind.
I'm going to be kicking in the Super Bowl.
Well, okay, this is the dumbest segment, but I love it. I love this. Here's the thing. Wouldn't it have to be publicly known that Football Jesus put me in this spot? Because otherwise, aren't Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch getting fired for putting me in that spot in the first place? There has to be an explanation.
Oh, it's kind of like a movie. You just get there and you're like, well, that kind of makes sense.
So it's like, why didn't they? Oh, I know. It's like, why didn't they just have the Eagles take Frodo to the thing to drop the ring off one of those plot holes?
Same, yeah.
Why didn't they lop off baby Anakin's head if they knew he was going to be Darth Vader? I got you. Okay. If it was they would never be in a Super Bowl again if I didn't do it, yes. But then I'm like almost automatically Dave Bartman for the rest of my life. Like I missed the chip shot.
What if you make it?
Well, then if I make it, I'm going to Disneyland, but I'm still haunted. All I would be seeing was haunting visions of my failure in front of my dad at UC Davis.
The field goal poles?
Yeah, the field goal poles, dude. And the one that was so damn close and the crowd was so behind me. And then it didn't happen, man. Dave as a placeholder would be hilarious, pulling his hand away too soon, fearing his fingers would get kicked. Or like it snaps to me and I would be the one with like the jammed finger. And I'd be like, and I'm shaking my hand while the kicker's like, dude, stop.
It's a bad snap. You have to get up, fire, and you're running out and guys are running after you. And then you have to test the spiral.
Well, as we break, I will say this. I think in your last situation, I think in that case, I'm working with professionals at professional fields, professional kickers, and I have a size 15 shoe. And if I got any muscle on my body, it's in my legs. I can't hit a 30 or a 40 probably. But if you're telling me a 20, 25-yard field goal,
chip shot,
I think I got a week and a half to work with the best in the business, dude. I think I could at least give myself a better than 50% chance at making it.
Go for the win.
Go for it, bro. Or snap it, hand off, and bootleg. Carmichael Dave, touchdown. Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel is Einhorn. Laces out.
Oh. Katie Christensen in 3 minutes, live from Philadelphia. She'll join us next.
The 10th annual Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration is Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center, inducting the class of 2026, plus honoring all of our past inductees. See Sacramento's 50 greatest athletes of all time.
This is Bill Cartwright.
This is Jerry Royster. This is Tony the Tiger Lopez.
This is Dusty Baker, proud member of the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame. Join us Thursday, February the 5th at the Golden One Center for Sacramento's best sports night of the year.
Get your tickets now at SacSportsHOF.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax. They know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Hey, movie fans, Marty Supreme is playing at the Esquire IMAX Theater. See it the way it was meant to be seen on the 6-story IMAX screen. Feel every twist and turn crashing all around you, where every seat is always the best seat in the house.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box. You think it's that simple? Yeah, I do.
Don't wait. Get reserved seats for Marty Supreme at Sacramento's biggest and loudest movie-going experience, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Halfway through Thursday for you, Jason, the test line, a couple people said this, and they're still right. The other coach is 100% saving a timeout to ice me with. Like, that's happening. I'm getting iced. Uh-oh. I see. Can you hear me?
Jason can't hear you.
Jason, can you hear me?
I can.
You can hear me, but
we're
Jason
gonna fix
cannot.
Jason's stuff.
Yeah, fix Jason's stuff. Should I log out, log back in real quick then?
No, it's something with the board.
Okay. Can we hear Jason? Okay. Well, Jason's stuff. This is great. I'm the one on remote, and Jason's in the studio, and he's having issues. Katie Christensen's going to join us momentarily, and it may just be Katie and I, because I can see Jason he is angry. No, I think Jason's actually confused right now. We're watching on YouTube. I would be too if I was Jason. He can't hear me. He's IFBing frantically. So as we try to get those technical issues going and just you want to get Katie on and chance that I can talk to Katie? Okay. All right. Bring her on while we figure that out. Katie Christensen live from Philadelphia. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Hey, can I just say before we start the interview, thanks for joining us.
Okay.
What? I'm being nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Katie, I know that you've been doing this job for a very long time. I was that sounded like an old joke. I mean that this is not your first rodeo, and you've been to every city and you've done all the stuff. But do you still, like in Philadelphia, for example, are you like, I'm going to this restaurant, I'm getting a cheesecake, I'm doing, do you try to do something, or are we just doing the hotel stuff?
It just depends on our travel schedule and what the weather's like. But there is, every city, there's kind of a place that you know and you like to go to. I actually went to this mac and cheese shop yesterday that I always go to, and I walked over there and it's closed now. So I was like, bummer.
And then,
of course, good story, huh?
Well, no, I'm just saying, when you go on these road trips, though, what people don't realize, or maybe they don't think about, because I know I don't until it happens, is you're on the road for what, like a week and a half. And on top of that, anyone that would be going to the East Coast for that long, especially with the weather as it is right now, you're packing very warm clothes, which, by the way, are thicker and bigger than normal clothes. So then there's that you have to deal with in your suitcase. But also,
I look like a complete bum. I can verify that, like layered, like multiple hats and gloves, and just like I look like a bum.
But and that's fine. But here's what I wonder with you, and I'm not. This is going to sound like misogynist adjacent, and it really isn't. You just correct me if I'm wrong here. Like Mark or Kyle, they can pack like 2 suits, and then they have to just switch their ties and their collared shirts. Whereas you, correct me if I'm wrong, have to wear a different outfit for every single game. So is packing for a long trip like pretty much a nightmare for you in this scenario? Because it's not like you can also roll up whatever clothing you're wearing and that you're going to wear on the air and just stuff it in your bag. Like, it has to be all laid out.
Yeah, no, it's I've been doing it long enough now that I'm fairly, proficient at it. But yeah, like I don't wear the same outfit twice at any point in the season. So it's also like, I tag them after I wear them, put them back in my closet, so I know what I've worn. And then, I learned it a long time ago. You have to pack like 1 or 2 extra outfits on the long trips, just in case something happens, like a zipper breaks or you get something on your outfit, like anything like that. So it's a little bit more extensive, I imagine, than my male counterparts, David.
Okay, and then lastly, by the way, Jason, are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
All right, lastly,
because
I was I was vamping it first, but now I have a closing question. Then we'll get to Kings talk.
Okay.
Something just clicked with me. Hold on. So if you don't wear the same outfit at any point during the season, that means that you have 82 plus, whether it's playoffs or preseason outfits that you wear per season. You've been doing this, I think, at least 10 years. Whether it's sideline
it's almost 8. I think it's my 17th or 18th season. Yeah.
Okay, I was trying not to age you, Katie. Anyways, that's 800 okay, so that's well over 1,000 outfits. That's
no. You're losing your mind. I don't wear the same outfits in a season. So years ago when I started doing this, obviously I had nothing but like sweatpants, right? I had no like business clothes, if you will. So over the years, I've just, I buy things that are kind of like not trendy, but like classic, so that it's never going to go out of style. So like, there's stuff from like my first season here in like 2006 that I'm still wearing today, but I'll only wear it once a year.
Hey, as you say that, though, Katie, I'm thinking like coaches, I don't think they're going back to the suits. They've gone to...
No,
so
they'll never go back.
Why? I don't know. I know it's TV and there's a professionalism to it, I guess, but I don't know. Why isn't it transferred to the broadcasters?
Great question, Jason.
Yeah, It is a great question. I actually asked about that a couple years ago. Like, hey, like, are we ever going to go to like a polo shirt or whatever, like during COVID and all that? And that was a hard no.
I go a step further. Like, is anybody going to watch Mark and Katie in hoodies and go, oh, this broadcast is terrible? Like, they might say the broadcast is terrible or great or whatever, but I don't think it's going to be because someone's wearing a stinking hoodie. Would you be for that? Would you do a broadcast in a hoodie and shorts or sweats and be fine with that? Or do you think you'd still dress up?
No, I mean, I don't think I would ever in my normal like state, like I'm not going to be like, well, why can't I wear yoga pants and a sweatshirt? I think there's like a level of like, professionalism in how you present yourself. And a lot of different networks do different things and whatnot. But I think, the thing that's always kind of puzzled me, and I don't know if it's a female thing or whatever, is there's just like in general, a lot of, what's the word for it, to put it diplomatically? There's a lot of attention kind of focused on specifically like what women wear in broadcasting. And I've always been mesmerized by people's comments and their thoughts. And it's like, wow, like it always makes me wonder, like, does someone in your office, like in the cubicle next to you, be like, oh, I don't like the cut of that neckline. You know what I mean?
Well,
and
those are
I get that
weirdos.
stuff.
No, those are weirdos, but pulling the curtain fully back here, because she's diplomatic and I'm not. You and I got in an argument once about your choice of wardrobe, and it had nothing to do with you being a lady or anything like that. The only time I've ever said
it's about what color I'm wearing, right?
Yes, you were wearing an orange dress on opening night versus the Suns, and I took offense.
Yeah, because you're a tool. Yeah. But no, honestly though, like a lot of people are like, why are you wearing red? That's the color of the opponent. It's like, so you factor in all of these things, right? Like my wardrobe is like 18, 20 years old, whatever. It's 20 years old because there was 3 years where I wasn't here, right? So I add a little bit every year. And like, think about it. I'm 45 years old now. I was 25 when I started this job. I'm still wearing stuff that I was wearing when I was 25. But as we all know, we change. Our bodies change as we get older. Like that's another thing that's like difficult to manage. So it's like, okay, so say like 25 of my dresses don't fit me the way that I like anymore. So then you eliminate those and you put them to another side of the closet because you're like, maybe someday I'll be that weight again or whatever. But then it's like, I can't wear the same dress, twice. You go on road trips, the weather is involved, like all these things. And so then I have to add like another thing of like, I can't wear that color. And listen, I do it because of people's reactions and whatnot. I probably shouldn't. Sometimes I'm just like, they'll just have to deal with it. But like on this trip, like I packed a certain number of outfits and I'm sitting there in each city going like, well, I can't wear this one because of the color. And then, well, their color is this color in the next couple games. So I'm going to have to wear that dress on this game. And it's like, it just is like, really? Like I have more important things to focus on in my mind than that. But yeah, you're right. You were one of those idiots that was concerned with that.
One time.
One time.
Yeah. Well,
one time.
No, not one time. Just one time that you dared mention it.
I want to say one more thing on the fashion part, Katie. I noticed this on all the games blend together, as you know. It was one of the games on the homestand here recently, on the long homestand. We're up in the radio perch and looking down. You're about to do the stand or the open with Mark, and you both were wearing what I would say is the same cut, like burgundy or maroon. Yeah. Did that just happen, or did you guys plan that?
It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I joked with him the last time it probably was that game. Like, you know how like dogs and their owners start to look alike, like that. I'm like, is this our version of like, now we're starting to like dress alike without like planning it in advance? And I think that game, like multiple people, came in the same like burgundy, and I had multiple people ask like, did you all plan that? And I was like, no, this is literally just kind of happened on its own, natural, organic.
Katie Christensen joining us from Philadelphia. And if I'm being honest, if it's up to me, this is the rest of the interview, 100%. But someone's going to be like, talk about the Kings, blah, blah, blah. All right, so we'll talk about the Kings. Katie, it seems that I don't want to say a theme because there's been all kinds of ups and downs this year, but whether it's Detroit, whether it's New York, there seems to be that quarter, that mystery quarter that happens. And it's like, if you look at the score for the other three quarters, it's a pretty close game. Maybe the Kings are ahead. Then there's like, 44-19 in the third or whatever it is. You know, how much of that is obviously give credit to the other team. They're good and they're going to do these things. But is it a focus thing? Can you put your finger on why the Kings are so prone to that?
You know, and I hate to say this, it's a good question.
Wow.
But honestly, I think we all get so focused on like a current season or a current period of time throughout a season where there's things that kind of line up and they're like, oh, this is becoming a theme, right? But you kind of forget that every season there's that. Like a couple years ago, it was like the first quarter was kind of the rough one. It's like for every team, and I would be willing to say that in every team in every sport, this kind of happens. And for whatever reason, with the identity of that team, it kind of, there is that one quarter or half that is like kind of an issue. All right. And I feel like the Kings have been really solid on a consistent basis in first halves this year. Second halves have been a different story. And predominantly, I think it's been the third quarter, but there has been a fair number of fourth quarters where it's carried over to that quarter, and the third quarter has been solid. It's a combination of things. It's a combination of just kind of focus in the sense that you can relax a little bit as an athlete and as a team when you've come out and you've done a really good job. And then, there's that break at halftime, which, it's important to have. I understand why they have it, all this stuff. But a lot of times I'm like, God, I wish they could just go straight into the third quarter because I know what's coming, right? There's that letdown. And, it's like it's stoppage and play for an extended period of time. And then you expect them to come out with the same level of momentum and just carry it straight into the second half. And it just doesn't generally start that way on a consistent basis. And so, I think there's a lot of different things that factor into it. You have to, give credit to other teams in terms of, they go in and they make adjustments at halftime. And technology these days is so crazy in the sense that, you can pull up a play immediately on the bench during a timeout, right? That just happened. And you can look at it and evaluate it and you can show it to the players. Well, halftime, they have a whole reel of stuff that they watch and things that they make adjustments to, and they can change their game plan. And so technology, I think, has allowed for teams in every sport to be able to make much better adjustments. And I think that factors into it as well.
Katie, where they are standings-wise, obviously it's not where the team wants to be, but it's been a tough year. There's no other way to say it. But I think about even like this most recent game and the mix of what they have, where it seems like they're trying to play and get a little bit longer look at some of the younger guys, especially with some of the veterans that they have. But I think of the veterans like whether it's Russ or Levine or Monk or Sabonis, and then this last game, DeRozan, who was just so good in the game that trying to incorporate the young guys while still having the veterans that can really play and have a night like DeRozan did. I feel like it's such a weird spot that they're in. It's the spot they've been in all year, really. But I don't know. How do you think they're navigating this, not losing the veterans while still incorporating these young guys?
Well, I think that, you look at the start of the season and we all have expectations or things that we think are kind of going to happen. And then it just generally doesn't work out that way, right? I don't think anyone expected the three rookies to factor that much into bulk minutes throughout the course of the season, right? And injuries have allowed that to happen. It's allowed extended looks and opportunity and development, really, And I can see because, listen, our Sacramento fans are great. They are very involved. But I don't know how many fans actually watch every minute of every game throughout the course of a season because, life and responsibilities and work and kids sports and all that stuff. And And so, when I look at it, I thought coming into the season that it would be a certain way. Injuries have changed that. We've gotten an extended look at some of these rookies and their development. That's a positive of this season, right? It gives the opportunity for their developmental process to be kind of, on crack, if you will. They're getting a really good opportunity, extended minutes, time, and experience against teams, veteran players, and then also that time with veteran players, so that they can figure out kind of their role, and then their roles are expanded. Meek in the starting lineup the last couple games has been a much different kind of output than we saw early in the season, and even his last start kind of more recently was December 11th against Denver. And even from that point to now, which is just a little, 5 or 6 weeks or whatever, he's much more suited in that role. And you can see how far he's come along. And that's a positive thing. But it is a challenge, I think, for also saying, okay, well, based on where we are in the standings right now, this team is not a play-in team, not a playoff team. So what are the priorities? Also, you've got this trade deadline looming and dealing with all of that and what could happen and who's going to be here, who's not going to be here. I think we all came into the season knowing this is a new front office. This team is going to be heading in a different direction. But so much of that has to do with the ability to move players, bring in new talent, younger players kind of that match a roster where you're developing some younger guys like the rookies and some of these, second, third year guys, and where do they fit in the future? And I think it's all a big question mark, and it always is going to be, because we can sit here and say, maybe you don't want 3 36-year-olds that are on, whatever their contracts are and so on and so forth, because that doesn't match up with the timeline of guys that you're trying to develop. Yeah, but how are we supposed to say, well, just move them? That's not really how it works. It's not that easy in sports, right? It's about other teams and their value and what they mean to them and their long-term plan in terms of the time left on their contract, the money, the luxury tax, the second apron, like all of these things factor in. And to me, it's just become so utterly complicated because of all of those things. So I know a lot of people think about this, talk about it, and I understand you guys wanting to ask me. I'm really glad that my job is purely about analyzing kind of what's going on the floor, because all of that outside minutia, if you will, it's so utterly complex. And coming from like a background as a player, it's hard for me to focus on those things, because as a player, your only focus is who's in your locker room, who's available, who's on the floor, and kind of who your opponent is and how do you approach that. So I imagine for these guys that there's a level where that just adds a whole nother element that is challenging, but it's just part of professional sports,
Katie Christensen joining us. One of the questions we get asked the most is about Doug. Is Doug a good coach? Is Doug a bad coach? Fire Doug, keep Doug, whatever. And of course, I'm never going to put you in that position, but I want to ask you philosophically. I'm looking at a coach that was 80-171 in his final 4 seasons. 80-171, and missed the playoffs 6 consecutive years. And before that, made the playoffs, but was one and done. 80-171. And I find myself wondering when I look at that sometimes, did Greg Popovich forget how to coach? Did Pop in the later years just...
I knew that's what you were talking about.
Did he?
Okay,
did he
so
just
I appreciate you trying to beat around the bush on this and use analogies and all of that. I have no problem straight out answering the question just bluntly for you. I don't think Doug is a bad coach. I don't think the record and kind of what he's done in his time is a reflection of the type of coach he is or will be. I know that young coaches do go and first-time head coaches, it is much, much different going from one seat over to that head chair. There is so many more things that you have to deal with, and it is not just about the things on the floor, in between the lines. It's everything from scheduling and flights and practices and shoot-arounds and how are you going to approach this. Doug has made some changes in terms of, shoot-arounds are one thing that has shifted. Like, there's not a shoot-around every game day. It depends on the schedule, right? Yesterday, the team was able to practice and do a full kind of game scout in terms of how they're going to approach and defend and how they're going to attack Philly's defense, and they were able to do that in practice yesterday. But we play Philly today, Boston tomorrow, have a day off in Washington, a full day off. No practice, no nothing, and then play at Washington to close out the trip. So there's an optional shoot around today for kind of that stay ready crew or anyone else that wants to go and get shots up. But the scout happened yesterday in practice. And a lot of that is because you're managing what not just today is, but what the next several days are. And that's something a head coach has to deal with, and they have to find kind of their philosophy and their groove with that. And then you're also coaching a team that doesn't necessarily fit your philosophy as a coach, right? So you also have to make adjustments to that while also working towards implementing the culture and the philosophy that you want, and that's the stamp you're trying to put on your team. So it's a process in terms of, you can't, like, to get to the Greg Popovich analogy, you can't say that he wasn't a great coach the last several years because of the record. That organization was heading in a different direction, which is now we're developing young guys. They had the fantastic luck with David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and then Victor Wembanyama of drafting number one freaking franchise, players at certain phases. And they were able to, and one, if I believe with Tim Duncan, if memory serves, that was because there was injuries the year before. It wasn't because they were a rebuilding team, right? Same thing kind of happened with Golden State the years that Steph and Clay got hurt. They got Moses Moody and they got James Wiseman and they got Jonathan Kuminga. When based on the franchise and where they were at that time, no one ever expected that. Injuries caused that. So, no, Pop is a great coach. There's no question about that. But also the franchise was heading in a direction where they were in a spot where they hadn't been in a long time, which was where they're now rebuilding a young roster. And the Kings have a combination of young players and they have a combination of older players that aren't a part of their long-term future, but they're a part of the future, the present right now. So Doug's having to deal with all of this stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, I get people's opinions and everyone is entitled to them, but I'll also put it this way. In the, 17 seasons that I've been, covering this team in Sacramento, and it's really been over the course of 20 years, what has there been, like 15 different head coaches or something like that? At some point you have to decide you're going to ride with someone, you're going to allow them to develop with your team as your team grows and develops, and you establish the culture that you want moving forward. And I think what's his name in Oklahoma City is a really great example of that. And why am I blanking on their head coach's name right now? No. In Oklahoma City?
Yeah, Mark Daigneault.
Oh, Mark Daigneault. Yeah. I thought you said Daniels. I'm like, what? Who are you talking about? Yes, but he started off as a G League coach for them with their G League team. They moved him into the head chair. I think they won like 14 or 17 games the first year he was there, but he was establishing and building the culture that they were on the same page with. And they were developing young players that they drafted. And now look at where they're at. Now, am I saying the Kings are going to be Oklahoma City in 4 years? I'm not saying that. Don't get it twisted. But I'm saying that, there is definitely a thing of where at some point you have to choose to say, hey, I'm going to establish a culture, a philosophy, and I'm going to give it a legitimate opportunity to grow coaches with players, and you go from there.
Well, that's a great answer to the question. Also, we're out of time. Can I just say that was not going to be my Doug Christie question, but that's fine. It was a good answer. I was just going to ask
highly
you
doubt it. Well, you know what, Dave? Write it down for next week, and then maybe we can talk about it then.
I was just going to ask you if you thought he looked better with or without hair. That's all. That's all I was going to ask.
Oh, you're so ridiculous.
Katie Christensen live from Philadelphia. Check her out tonight on the broadcast. Hey, fly safe, Katie, and hurry home and stay warm.
All right, you guys. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, take care. That's Katie Christensen. We'll take a break. I mean, geez. Wow. What do I do, Jason? When we come back, what are we doing here? 4 down territory? Is that what
let's
we're
do
doing?
that.
All right, 4 down territory. Mattress Mack is back in the news. What do Mattress Mack, University of California, Berkeley, George Kittle, and 75% of current NFL head coaches, what do they all have in common? They're all a part of 4 down territory. Coming up next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tahoe Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with AutoPay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Sactown sports fans, when the final buzzer sounds, the real action is just getting started. If you live for big moments, big crowds, and unforgettable nights, you'll find them all right here on the Sactown Sports Live Events calendar. Get ready to laugh until it hurts with Daniel Tosh, live January 24th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then turn the volume all the way up with Ernest, bringing high-energy country to Ace of Spades January 31st. Slow it down and vibe out when Jodeci delivers the classics live February 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Experience iconic sounds and the smooth style of Chris Isaac February 28th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And rock legends Jefferson Starship take the stage March 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Comedy, concerts, legendary performances. Find every show, every date, and plan your next big night out with the Sactown Sports Live Events calendar. Play hard, rock harder, only on Sactown Sports.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
2 iconic comedians, 1 night of laughs. David Spade, Dana Carvey.
In 1998, they invented the cordless mic. Now let me just, listen, Paramount Theater, let's not jump on trends.
Even in the best marriage, at one point, you look over and go, not my best choice.
Friday, February 27th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Tickets on sale now at visitthundervalleyresort.com. David Spade and Dana Carvey, together.
waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Anthony is in for Chris Roulette. It's been a very peaceful show. Very calm.
We've enjoyed
very
the
relaxed. As we get to 4-down territory, Jason, can I talk to you about something real quick?
I would hope you would.
Have we ever talked about Robert Todd Lincoln?
I think so, actually, but go ahead.
Abe Lincoln's eldest son. He was present at 3 presidential assassinations and was the only one of Lincoln's 4 children to survive past 18 and outlive both parents. So he was at Ford's Theater for Lincoln's assassination. In 1881, he was standing just feet away from James Garfield's attempted assassination. Or was he assassinated? I can't remember. And in 1901, he was in Buffalo and at the Pan American Exposition when William McKinley was assassinated. And then here's the other surreal twist. Years before his father was murdered, Robert Todd Lincoln nearly fell between a moving train and the platform, and a stranger reached out and pulled him to safety. That stranger was Edwin Booth, the brother of John Wilkes Booth. How about that?
Prove it.
You know what's funny? I actually fact-checked it with ChatGPT.
Oh.
And she said it was all correct.
Okay.
Foolproof.
Like the one about Kennedy and Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy and like all that stuff. There's like a couple wrong things in there, but she said this one was pretty true.
Pretty true. We'll go with pretty true.
I think pretty true is fine. So, hey, there's they say, the studies say you want to have something to talk about around the water cooler.
Yep.
Well, talk about the water cooler.
Do we have a water cooler? Oh, we do have a water cooler.
Do we have a water? We do. But does anybody talk around it?
Yeah, that's where you make your hot chocolates.
Great point right there. Yeah. Great point right there. 4-down territory. Question 1.
Mattress Mack bet $2 million on the New England Patriots to win the Super Bowl. Does he know something, or is this just what he does?
Mattress Mack sounds like a Sir Mix-a-Lot song, first of all. I always thought that. Because he did Monster Mac on the Beavis and Butthead soundtrack.
Return of the Mac.
Return of the Mac? Ooh, Mount Mackmore. Lamore?
Aroni?
Adamia? Oh, this is for Dwayne in the chat. Lynn Celebrini.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sugar Smacks?
Oh, it's what Mac Sugar? What is that? Oh, well, if we're going the other way, you said return of though, right?
Yeah.
Daddy.
Oh yeah. Which way?
Either.
Daddy Mac. Yeah.
Either way. Wasn't there a Craig Mack? I don't know. I thought there was a rapper named Craig. Oh, Dre. Mac Dre.
Yeah.
That was MAC. Oh, Mac Tonight. Isn't that the McDonald's commercial?
Or Mac the Knife.
Or Mac the Knife, you want to go old school.
Yeah. Mac Tonight.
I don't know what it says. Because here's the thing. It's not like
it's all
Mattress
insurance
Mack.
And stuff, everything he's doing.
Well, yeah, exactly. And somehow it always ends up with people. Here's what I want to know. Like Dale Carlson, who started Sleep Train, right? Like he's not a sponsor. I'm not just saying this. Like, he's one of the sweetest people in the entire world. He really, truly is. Like, we used to do commercials for him way, way back. And every year we'd all have a meeting, and I've gotten to know him since the relocation. He's just, honestly, he's a sweetheart of a human being. He really is. And whether it's Dale Carlson, who's done just fine for himself, or Mattress Mack, I've often found, like, God, I didn't know there was this much money in selling mattresses. Like,
they're cleaning up.
They're cleaning up. That's not a job. I'd be like, selling mattresses, I'm going to be a multi-jillionaire. But hey, it worked for them. Always works for Mattress Mack, but he's also lost big too. So I think I think he's just doing it. I don't know. Usually I thought he did it with a Houston team, but he's going for it. 1-800-GAMBLER, Mattress Mack.
Do you think he keeps his money under the mattress?
100%. I think that's what the padding is in the mattress, is he just sleeps on a mattress of cash.
Yeah, Mattress Mack.
Yeah, right? You think he knows something?
No, I think this is all part of the gimmick. Look, we mentioned it. I don't even know, like, if Mattress Mack went and placed a $100 bet on the Patriots, nobody knows. When you make a $2 million bet, he knows, it gets attention. He bets on every major sporting event. We get to talk about it. People go into his shop and buy beds. So it's working for Mattress Mack.
I would not even be, I mean, it's all relative. If I was a billionaire, I wouldn't care, but I wouldn't be able to have fun watching. Can you imagine watching the game with $2 million on the line?
I wonder, honestly, though, if you have that kind. I mean, this is my speculation. Is his $2 million bet a $2 bet for you and I? Okay, maybe not two. $100 bet. Where we're going, like, I don't want to lose $100. Nobody wants to lose $100, but it's like, well, I'll make it. I'll make it without the 100, but I'd rather not lose it. Like, he'll make it. He'll be fine if he loses the $2 million.
I will say this. The largest bet I've ever put on a game, long time ago, was $850.
Wow.
It was, yeah, I know. I was on a really, but here's the thing. I always start out with $100, and then if I lose it, I'm done for the season. But if I had a really good year that year, and I built it up.
He's heating up.
And I felt really strongly. It was like the Rockets favored by 4.5 hosting the Jazz. This was
a huge game.
And Jason, I won the bet. I won it. I won the bet. The Rockets ended up, it was a close game, but the Rockets ended up, I think, winning by 10 or 11. I won the bet. That's the last time I've bet on a game anything more than, I mean, I don't bet any. I haven't bet for years, but.
Too stressful.
It was. I didn't have any fun. And yeah, it was super awesome winning the bet. It really was. It was great. Awesome. Wow. I just doubled my money. Yeehaw. But I was so stressed out. So like after that, it would be like all $20 bets. And then that's it. Even when you win, I don't know how these big bettors do it, dude.
Wow.
I really don't.
Okay.
Second down.
More important to the 49ers' success in 2026, a healthy George Kittle or a healthy Nick Bosa?
Well, so
I didn't want to put Fred Warner because I thought that'd be too easy of an answer.
No, you're 100% right. And honestly, I without any disrespect to either player, whichever way I would answer, but to me, there's a very clear answer. I think it's Nick Bosa. Mm-hmm. And that's no disrespect to George Kittle, who isn't replaceable, but how do I put it? I think they have a better replacement for George Kittle than they do Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
And when Nick Bosa is healthy, it's a completely different 49er team. That's not to take away from George Kittle, who's probably a Hall of Famer, certainly a 49er Hall of Famer, but he's been so banged up in and out lately that I think they've kind of learned to play without him at times. And their backup tight ends aren't bad either, the way Kyle Shanahan schemes. No disrespect to George, but I would say Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I agree. I think the consistency of what Kittle brings you that's the value of him. You have other offensive weapons that can help minimize his absence. I don't think they cover up the missing of Bosa very well. So, yeah, he's more important.
Third down.
Cal has had more of their QBs start in the Super Bowl than any other school. Why haven't the Golden Bears had more success?
Yeah, they've had 5 quarterbacks start a Super Bowl.
Which is crazy. And they're about to have a quarterback that's going to be probably the number 1 pick in the draft. Remember, Mendoza went to Cal.
Good point.
I know that doesn't count, but I think more about because when you wrote this question, I looked at this question this morning and I thought, God, I don't know. But also at the same time, so Cal's had 5 quarterbacks start in the Super Bowl, as you said. I think about great Ohio State quarterbacks, great Florida State quarterbacks. I'm talking about great in the NFL. Great University of Florida quarterbacks of all time. Great Miami quarterbacks of all time. It just seems that there's a lot of, for example, did you know Sam Darnold is the first USC quarterback to start in a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So it's so weird. And I think a lot of it has to do with the way certain schools run their offenses. A lot of that can be, remember, weather matters a lot more in college football than it does in the NFL because there's virtually no apologies to Kibbe, but there's virtually no domes in college football. So you get different styles of offense and play because some of these schools are going to be, 3 yards in a cloud of snow for the entire season. I don't have an answer, Jason, other than some schools and some conferences, I think their offenses are predicated more, some towards offense and quarterbacks in particular. But then if I was to take those same schools, Miami, Florida State, Florida, for example, which have put out almost zero successful NFL quarterbacks, very few when you compare to how much success they've had in college football. But now look at their safeties, look at their defensive linemen, look at their linebackers, like wide receivers, running backs. They'll clean up there. So it is strange, but I think it has more to do with the style of play.
Yeah, that and the general answer to just the team sport. You can have a great quarterback, but Cal hasn't had enough of the other great guys, and it's been a little bit of mystery recruiting where they were in the Pac-12. It's been tough for them, but yeah, good for them though to have that achievement to have 5 guys that have started the Super Bowl.
4th down, please.
More than 75% of the current NFL head coaches have been hired since 2021. Is that a good or bad thing?
So just to make it clear, so that's 5 years ago, just 4 or 5 years ago. So the question is, almost all the head coaches have been around less than 4 years. Is that a good or bad thing?
It's like, 25 or so, 26 have been hired in that time?
I think I mean, we just kind of had this conversation with Katie, didn't we, about NBA coaches and having and I think if you look at any list of the longest tenured, this is a chicken and egg thing. When you look at the list of longest tenured coaches, whether it was Tomlin up until this year, John Harbaugh, now Andy Reid, Belichick before him, you go, well, they've stayed with the same coach and mostly the same coaching staff, and look at the success of that team. But were they able to stay with that coach because the team was successful, or was the team successful because they stayed with that coach? Like, I'm fairly confident the Las Vegas Raiders would still suck if Josh McDaniels is in his 5th year or 6th year or whatever the hell it would be now, had he not gone run out of town. I think it speaks more to the pressure on ownership and general managers. And if something ain't working, they come from a world where you want to fail fast, and they do that. But it's not always. We've seen plenty of coaches go on to do amazing things after they failed somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it's just the current climate, right? There's a thought that if you can't get it done in a year or two, kind of your fail fast philosophy, it's like, we'll go on to the next. We'll try another run at this. They do it with players. They're doing it with coaches now. I don't know if it's for the good, but it's the reality that we're in. I don't know any other way to say it.
We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not. We'll get to a 3 in the key tonight for the Kings and Sixers. And then, you know what? We were going to have Katie at 9 a.m. She joined us early. So we'll go around the NBA at 9 a.m., including some Giannis talk. And the Rockets get another piece of bad news as well. We got a lot to cover in this last hour and 15. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes. Upgrade and save today at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
what about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tile Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, Anthony, we have that question at this point of the show. We want to find out who's hot and who's not. So let's start with who's hot.
Who's hot?
Yeah.
Steph Curry. How about him? Just went into 19th all-time on the scoring list, tying Paul Pierce at 26,397 points.
Until DeRozan catches him.
Until.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Russ is still ahead of him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's better.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
And Russ is like, I think he's 1 away or 2 away. Yeah, because I had him ready.
4 away.
How many?
He's 4 away. I checked.
From Olajuwon?
Yeah, from Olajuwon. He was really going for it, though.
Yeah, he was. He's always going for it.
All right, then how about this? Who's not?
Bill Belichick.
Oh.
Not to pile on,
but
not quite voted in. But the Hall of Fame did release a press release saying, if we find out that you've been using your rights as like a voter for the Hall of Fame, then to settle personal grudges, then we can remove you. So who knows? Who knows if they're going to change
How would they verify that?
Well, I think that someone who has more rings than half the teams in the NFL might need to be in the Hall of Fame, but we'll see.
Here's the thing. This could end up, even though it sucks for Bill, whatever, he's going to get in. Somebody said earlier, I saw this online, this is bad. Said, he waited 40-something years for his girlfriend to get here.
Wow.
He can wait a year for the Hall of Fame. Here's the deal. This may end up being a good thing because the whole voting system is stupid. The way they have it lined out. Like, there was a writer, I forget the guy's name. I think it might have been a Chiefs writer who wrote a whole article saying, I didn't vote for Bill Belichick, and here's why. And he voted for Roger Craig, and then I think it was Kenny Anderson, the Bengals quarterback. And then somebody else, maybe it was an old owner. I don't know who it was, but and part of his reasoning, I'm not saying I agree with it, but part of his reasoning is we only get to put 3 in, and we have to choose from the whole bag of people. And some of these guys aren't going to be up again or have been up way too many times. This is their best shot, whatever. He said, honestly, I thought I'd be in the minority. I didn't think Belichick wouldn't get in, but I think it's really important for these guys to get in. And he's getting killed today. I actually respect the fact that at least he came out and explained his reasoning, knowing he was going to get killed for it, whether I agree with it or not. But what needs to happen is it needs to be like, the NBA has the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame that's all encompassing. And baseball, we know all how their Hall of Fame works. I don't think that there necessarily needs to be a limit. Like, for example, why can't, if you feel like 8 people on the ballot deserve to get in and they get, I don't know what the number is, 80%, 70% of the vote, well, then people should get into the Hall of Fame. It's not, I understand that you need to be, I understand that Hall of Fames are sacred and they're, it's a big deal and it's a very finite amount of people, in the jackets or whatever that drink the thing from the chalice of the whatever. But if you're good enough to get in the Hall of Fame, you should get in the Hall of Fame, and people shouldn't have to choose between 4 or 5 worthy, because we don't know who the hell's coming out next year. I don't have that list. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I don't know who else is going to be there. I'm sure Belichick will get in, but should somebody get screwed because there happens to be a year where a bunch of really good players retired? I don't think so.
Right. I agree. I think it's just the overall thing was just a weird premise. It was stunning that he wasn't in. He will get there, but it was stunning to me.
Well, the whole thing, anybody who didn't vote for him, and I'm not trying to break our FCC guidelines or anything, but we're talking about a bunch of cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Careful.
I said I didn't, I'm just very emotional about this.
I could tell.
Anyway, sorry, Bill. We got a 3 in the key to get to, don't we?
Yeah, we do. King Sixers, baby.
Okay. One thing I like about this show is that we talk about a lot of stuff and it's silly. Like tonight, the Kings are gonna play in Philadelphia. Oh, you can call them Philly.
I knew you were going Philly, but I didn't know that you'd go Philadelphia into, we call it Philly.
I didn't mean to. I should have said Sixers and then into Philly. Tonight they're going to play the Sixers in Philly. And honestly, much like the Super Bowl field goal, I choked at the end. It was either Philly, Sixers. Not a lot rhymes with Sixers. Trixers?
I thought you were going to rhyme with Embiid.
Indeed. Oh, I should have. See, I could write these in advance.
You could, but that's not the way you do it.
It's not the way I do it.
Yeah.
All right. 3 in the key, brought to you by Jason Ross.
All right. We've had a request line. They say, you guys shouldn't do 3 in the key unless it includes Neek, Max, and Cardwell. So, okay, we will. Our first category, guys, between Dave, me, and Anthony. Dave, we're looking for Neek points, Max rebounds, Clifford blocks. Neek points, Max rebounds, Clifford blocks.
All right, and before we get to that, because we have had some notes too, and we probably should have announced it more. Sam had some, I think, travel issues or something going on today. Normally, Sam, and we should address this because he's the most listened to interview on the entire station. He brings the numbers. Sam normally joins us, every Thursday at 8. He will join us tomorrow at 8. So if you're tuning in for Sam, hey, stay for the refreshments. But also, he will join us tomorrow at 8. Sam apologizes profusely. Jason, I apologize. I knew I'd do this. Whose points, whose rebounds, whose assists?
All right. Neek's points, Maxime Reynaud's rebounds, and Dylan Cardwell's blocks.
All right. Let's go with 7 points for Neek, 5 boards for Max, 2 blocks for Reynaud.
Okay.
Or Cardwell. Sorry.
We're close. I have 11 for Neek in points, 5 as well, and 2 as well as you. 11, 5, 2. Anthony?
I'm going to go 12, 7, and 3.
Okay. Next up, guys, we want the first Kings player to score in this game, no matter how they do it. Foul line, 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and the last one to score.
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay.
and DeMar DeRozan and Domantas Sabonis.
Okay, I'm going to go with Achua and Schroeder.
I'm going to go Russ and Russ.
Ooh, a Westbrook sandwich?
Yeah.
Okay. And then last category, Dave, we are looking for the random stat of the game, something you're predicting that will happen.
All right, random stat of the game. Let's see. Oh, my daughter will FaceTime me in the middle of my program. That's what she will do, is the YouTubers get to see that. Random stat of the game. Let's go with let's go with the DeMar DeRozan 30-point night.
Ooh, back-to-back.
Yeah, another one, back-to-back.
Okay. I have the Sacramento Kings will reward fans in Philly with brickin' for chicken. That means they're going to miss 2 free throws at one point. And Dave, by the way, on that, how about this? I was looking at brickin' for chicken in Philly, and I wish we would incorporate this. The first time it happens, you get a 5-count nuggets. If it happens a second time, there's 8 count. And if it happens a third time, you get a 12 count.
Oh my God, we've
had multiple misses of Mountain Mike's, and they get a slice, which is great. But maybe we should get extra toppings or even a larger pizza or something. Anyway, brickin' for chicken will work.
I'm with you.
All right,
I'm with you,
Anthony.
I want Cardwell career high in points.
Ooh.
Don't know what that is, but we'll get there. Probably 8.
8.
Yeah. Let's get there.
Let's do it.
Let's get there.
Okay.
All right.
It's done.
Well, there you go. And look at this. We've only got 1 more hour, and we're way behind on our breaks. When we come back, Giannis, could he be on his way out? Bad news for the Rockets. LeBron gets emotional. We'll update you on the Kings record. And what the heck did they pay for the game-worn Jason Williams? Yeah, our Jason Williams jersey. We'll get to all that next.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/plan for 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tire Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't! Yes, he did!
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Yep. Yep. Welcome back. I don't know if MC is talking about LeBron being emotional last night. I hope he is, though. As he says, he's so tough from all that money spent on his body, yet can't control his face and be the professional he's been paid 26 years to be. I hope that's about. I don't know. I'm reading it out of context. I'm happy to be corrected, but if that's MC's take on LeBron being emotional last night in Cleveland, that is actually funny. 916-339-1140 is our text line. Dave, you should let me send you some 3 in the Key jingles.
Oh,
for you, because lately you've been diving. I'm surprised. I'm actually very good at it. I also know how to rap too. But the funny thing is, rap is spelled W-R-A-P, which I'm guessing is,
Well, no, you're assuming it's singing. Maybe it's rapping presence.
Oh, great point right there. Okay, so MC has confirmed that he is rolling his eyes at LeBron because he should be able to control his face and be professional when he's emotional. Remember we were talking earlier, and I was like, some people are just going to hate LeBron. Like, take a sip of a drink and be like, wow, way to encourage kids to drink, LeBron. What are you gonna do, man? Where do I want to go here? Kings tonight. And when you go around the NBA, the one thing that really helps the Kings, right now at least, the Pacers won. Kings now have the 3rd worst record in the NBA, or should I say are tied, Jason, for the 3rd worst record in the NBA.
Oh, is it time?
I think it is, Jason Ross.
All right.
It is time for the Thursday edition of the NBA Draft Lottery Simulator. Because of the tie, they have it says here, a 13.3% chance instead of the 14 if they weren't tied. The number 1 overall pick.
But how did we get 13.3 and Indiana got 13.2? Imagine having 0.1 less.
You're looking at the same. That's got to be some sort of tiebreaker thing, right? I don't know.
Yeah, well.
Or maybe Tankathon just is broken.
We earned it.
Let's take a look. Simulated lottery.
Are you doing it? Can I'm going to try it as well.
Please do.
Okay.
Well, on my end, oh no. The Sacramento Kings fall 4 slots to number 7, and the Indiana Pacers get the Indiana Pacers that they had 1/10 of a worse chance than we did, and they get the number 1 pick in the draft, followed by Memphis and Chicago. Chicago going up 10 spots, Memphis up 5, Indy up 3, Brooklyn up 1. The Wizards, Pelicans, and Kings all fell 4 slots.
Ooh.
They get the 5, 6, and of course Sacramento with the 7th. How did yours turn out?
I would say better, but we're measuring two bad scenarios. If you said the Kings dropped to 7th, in mine, which everybody would be concerned about the Kings, dropped to 6th. So they dropped 3 spots. But I will say this. Number 1 is Brooklyn, who went up 4 spots. Number 2, Charlotte, went up 8 spots.
Wow.
Number 3 is New Orleans, which becomes Atlanta, then Indiana, then Washington. So the point being, it'd be 5 Eastern Conference teams and then the Kings. But it's still bad. 6 would not be great.
Dude, I've done it like 12 times now, and the highest I've gotten Sacramento is 2nd.
All right, I'm going to try my 2nd time.
Okay, just got number 1. All right,
I'm still 6th again. 3rd
Sacramento
time.
gets 1.
Oh,
Clippers.
3rd time. Number
you go. 3rd time. Hey, you know they say, Jason, 3rd time's a charm.
I've heard that.
Yeah. In this scenario.
I think we should ask the lottery. Let's try it again. Try again.
Just keep trying.
Yeah.
Sacramento gets the 1 pick in this scenario. The Clippers go up 9 spots to get number 2, which will go to Oklahoma City.
Perfect.
Indy gets 3, and as part of the Derek Queen trade, Atlanta gets the number 4 pick in the draft.
Okay, wait. On that exact scenario that you just did, I already know you, so I know how it'll go, but I'm just going to reinforce it. We're thrilled. Everybody's thrilled in May. That Tuesday in May or Monday in May, whenever the draft lottery, we see Scott Perry, if he's representing the Kings, he's the last one up there, last envelope. He's interviewed. Everybody's talking about what the Kings will do. I know you're going to stare at OKC being number 2, and you're going to go, we're going to get the wrong guy. They're going to get the best guy. I mean, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just to confirm.
Yes. Where I thought you were going, and you actually went to a better place because you're 100% right. But as I've said before, and it's a good problem to have, but if the Kings get the number 1 pick in the draft, right now the presumptive number 1 pick in the draft is Darren Peterson out of Kansas.
Okay.
I have said all year long, no matter who the player is, they come with a very, very big problem that's going to stress us all out. Well, excuse me, that's going to stress people like me out. So Darren Peterson goes to Kansas. Kansas is one of the most successful college basketball programs of all freaking time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Here's your 10 best players to ever come out of Kansas in the NBA. Wilt Chamberlain, Paul Pierce, Joel Embiid.
Okay.
We're talking all Hall of Famers or
Yes.
future Hall of Famers. JoJo White, Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Lovelet, Hall of Famer, 3-time NBA champ.
Okay.
Bill Bridges, Andrew Wiggins,
Okay.
Danny Manning, Mario Chalmers, and Kirk Heinrich.
Wow. Thins out a little bit, doesn't it?
It really, really thins out. So you go Kansas, and then we're going to have to wait for the patented Scott Pollard. Remember, Scott said Thomas Robinson, stay the hell away from him.
Yeah, if Scott gives it an endorsement, then I'm like, all right, we're good. But he's not. If he's not a believer, he's going to say it.
And honestly, if I'm Scott Perry and Scott Pollard says, don't pick this guy from Kansas, it actually lands with me a little bit. Because Scott's been very good at this before. Although I think he had one really bad miss, but he's been really good. Okay. Number 2 pick in the draft. It's either going to be Boozer or DeBonsa.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go with Boozer. I've said it before. We're all going to be stressing out about a 6'10" power forward out of Duke that's 18 years old.
But that Duke list is pretty good.
The Duke list is very good. It's just all I see, as I've said before, when Foghorn Leghorn when the chicken hawk sees Foghorn Leghorn, he turns into like the chicken or the turkey or the ham or whatever, depending on what the chicken hawk. When I see Carlos Boozer or Cam Boozer, I'm instantly going to see Marvin Bagley. And I need to get over it, but I'm just telling you that's going to be the stress point there. And then my thing with AJ DeBonsa, let's put it this way. Great all-time NBA players to come out of BYU makes the Kansas list look absolutely insane.
Danny Ainge. I think that's all I got.
Danny, and by the way, we have experience. We have Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, super high pick for us. We have Jimmer Fredette with BYU, and then obviously Marvin Bagley with Duke.
But would you do it the other way if one of the top 2 or 3 picks was a point guard from Kentucky? Would you just go, oh, we're good because we did that. We did well with Fox.
I'd feel a lot better.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Not to mention the fact that if you draft a point guard at Kentucky in the lottery, I think there's like a 94% chance they're going to be a Hall of Famer. And that's without, I don't know what Reed Shepard's going to be. By the way, according to this best BYU NBA players, Danny Ainge, you nailed it. Number 1. Kresimir Kosic.
Jimmer's got to be up there.
Jimmer's number 3.
Okay.
Mel Hutchins.
Oh, Mel.
Rafael Araujo.
Yeah.
Araujo, thank you, from the Raptors. Yeah. I never know how to pronounce his name. They have Devin Durant.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. BYU not exactly known for an NBA hotbed of players. So there's pretty much an issue with just about every single one, dude. So I kind of don't want.
All right, trade the pick. Let's start winning.
Why can't this be like the NFL where we could take that number 1 pick and trade it for like 2 badass players and like
move down 4 spots and get like 10 more picks?
Hey, look, Danny Ainge did it.
Yeah.
He moved down 2 spots, took Jason Tatum. Philly took Markelle Fultz. I mean, Caleb Wilson out of North Carolina. Nate Ament out of Tennessee, son of Jeff Ament of Pearl Jam.
Well, there you go. That's the answer. Take Caleb, North Carolina. No issue there, right?
Why not? I mean, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the best player in this whole draft is going to end up being? It's going to end up being like Yaxel Lendeborg, which sounds like I made it up, but right now he's supposed to go 15th to Michigan, to Miami. He's from Michigan.
Yaxel,
Yaxel, Yaxel Lendeborg.
Yaxel Foley.
Are you looking at the mock draft right now?
I'm looking at the simulator. Do you have?
Well, I don't want you to if you are.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I won't.
You already did though?
No, not. I didn't. I just clicked
Okay.
it. I won't anymore.
Let's play a real quick game with the audience too. Actual part of the 32 or 30 team first round mock on Tankathon, or made up Carmichael Dave name. Okay. William Celiac III.
I think you made that up.
You're correct.
Okay.
You're correct. Donovan Tanner.
I don't recall that name. I'm gonna go. You made that up.
Made it up.
Nice. Good pull though. That you made that sound. That sound like a power forward from Texas.
I know. Hannes Steinbach.
I feel like I've seen that name, but it's not sounding familiar the way you said it. So maybe the pronunciation is different. But I'm gonna say that's a real person with not conviction though. Maybe. I'll go real person.
Power forward Washington.
Oh.
Slated to go number 14.
14.
Oh,
Whoa. I need to study
Yeah,
my Steinbachs.
Sheldon Johnson Jr.
Made up.
Cool. 4-0. Patrick.
It was the
Gomba.
junior part.
It was the junior,
Yeah,
wasn't
you
it?
went too far with the junior.
Patrick Gongba II.
Oh, the second. No, I've seen that name. It's like
NGONGBA.
Yeah, middle of the first somewhere.
Ade Mara.
That's real.
Malachi Moreno.
I think it's real. If it's not, really good made up one.
It's real.
Yes.
Sergio Sturts. You're making me mad, so I'm just combining names in the draft now to try to fool you.
Oh, wait, so that's a real and a fake?
No, it's fake, but I took Sergio De Loria from Valencia, and I combined him with Bennett Sturts out of Iowa.
Fake.
Yeah, fake.
You got to go to the 16-year-olds that are overseas. Those draft prospects. No one will know those.
Yeah. Well, because I saw someone doing, they were using made-up names, and some of them were from, it was like, is this a real name or not? To somebody who wasn't a football fan, there's a video going around. Is this a real name or not? And they were using HaHa Clinton Dix or Bakari Ramba, but they were mixing them up also with some of the Key and Peele skit names. And this person was 1 of 18.
Oh, wow.
All right, a couple more. Tahad Pettiford.
Made up.
Auburn point guard.
Oh!
21 years old. All right, I got one on the board, a real one. JoJo Tugler.
Wait, no. Hang on. He's at Houston, isn't he?
Damn it, yes.
I just saw him last night. I just was watching Houston TCU of all things for a few minutes, and they said something about JoJo Tugler, and I thought, that's a great name.
Zubian Saunders.
Spell it.
Zubiansaunders. Zubian Saunders.
Real.
Fake.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Where'd you come up with that?
Because there's a guy named Zuby Geofor and Richie Saunders, so I just kind of combined them. But I made,
Sneaky.
You're stinky. Braden Berries.
Oh, that's made up.
Point guard, Arizona. All right, one more. I want to get this.
And Arizona's number 1. I should.
Yeah. I might get the pronunciation at the end. Because I want to be fair here. So, Neymar Jasikovic.
Wait.
It's got to be the overseas guy, right?
Yeah, but wait. Jasikovic, hang on. Okay, I'm going to go real because the Kings just played against Jasikovic on the Miami Heat. He was at Illinois, so I'm going to say it's his younger brother.
100% fake.
Oh.
The Ovich gets me. I'm like, that's a basketball
But the
player.
Jasikovic was just on the Miami Heat.
Yeah. This has Dash Daniels and JT Toppin going 37 and 38 in the second round.
Wow.
A couple of brothers of NBA play. I'm assuming JT Toppin's Obi's little brother.
You know what? I don't think it is.
Really?
He already has a brother.
Yeah, the other brother I think already was in or out of the league, but I don't think this one is.
Well, what if they're like the Adetokumpai? Because there's 3 of them, right? And who's the other one? We used to have one of them. The guy who came over from the Pacers. They have three brothers in the league.
They're not related. JT Toppin is not related to Obi Toppin or Jacob Toppin.
That's over the Toppin.
Over the top. Hold on. Hold on. Who is the one of the 3? I think he came over in the Halliburton trade. And he has 2 brothers that played in the NBA.
Oh, Holiday?
Thank you.
We had Justin and Drew.
Yeah,
Justin, Drew, and Aaron.
Bruce. Oh, okay. Not a lot of Bruces anymore, are there?
Let me
Bruce
see.
Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Bowen.
Oh, okay. Smith.
Well, Jenner.
That's football.
Wayne.
Jenner.
Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Wayne. Oh.
Isaac
Lenny.
on the front name.
Yep. Don't bring me down.
Don't bring me down, Bruce. Is that what he says?
I think, doesn't he?
I always said that, but I didn't know why.
Wait, isn't that where are you saying maybe we're saying it wrong?
For me, there's a high likelihood I am.
All right, hold on. Here we go. Don't bring me down, lyrics. Yeah, don't bring me down. Wait, does he not say Bruce?
What is the next line?
It says, hold on, dude. It says
Gross?
Are you seeing the same thing I am?
I am on the lyrics. Don't bring me down. Gross?
I'm seeing Groos.
Oh, Groos?
Groos?
What?
What?
They're just making noises.
Yeah.
No way,
But
dude.
I always said Bruce.
Because it is. Oh, my world doesn't work.
What is Groos?
It's just a noise. He must have just been singing.
Bruce?
No, I'm seeing other things that say Bruce on it. There's Bruce. Don't bring me down, Groose. Was that a herd of geese? A Groose? Wait, oh my God, no.
What?
A common misconception in the song is the perception that following the title line, Jeff Lynne shouts Bruce. In the liner notes, Lynne has explained that he's singing a made-up word, Gruß, which sounds like a German expression meaning greeting. But
they made up a lot of words, you know?
That's a lot of drugs.
After the song's release, so many people had misinterpreted the word as Bruce that Lynne actually began to sing the word as Bruce for fun at live shows.
Wait, what's up and what's down now?
What? There's no freaking way, Jeff Lynne.
Groose?
What even is Groose? Well, I mean, we explained it, but don't bring me down, Groose.
Are you going to now sing it that way? There's no way I can change it.
No, I'm singing Bruce, and I'm still going to sing Wrapped Up Like a Douche. Well, I don't care that that's not the name of the thing. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche and something.
And what is it, Deuce?
Deuce.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's more believable.
That one is more believable.
But, you know.
That's Groose.
I actually used to think I'll tell you the one lyrics I got the worst wrong, man, was Dave Matthews Band was Crash.
Uh-huh.
Holy crap. I thought I'm just being innocent here, guys. I'm corrected, but I thought he sang hike up your skirt, little boy, show your world to me. And if you listen to the song,
I don't know what song this is. I don't like
Crash Into Me.
Oh, Crash Into
hike up your
Me.
skirt, little boy, show your world to me.
What is the line?
It's hike up your skirt a little more.
Oh.
But I'm telling you, if you listen to it, that's what it sounds like. And I was like, why is he saying that? Ew. Obviously, he was not saying that. And then his tour bus dumped all kinds of toilet water on a boat filled with unsuspecting tourists in Chicago.
You got a dump in your bus.
We'll take a break. I'm doing Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce.
I'm with you.
Care. You know what I'm saying? When we come back, we're going to try to shake this off. Bruce. Shake it off. And then when we come back, we got ourselves a What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. I've got some facts and figures for you as well. And then Crossy Talk with Matt, Kayla. I wonder what their most misheard lyric is.
Did you hear Tyler Two Screens? See what his is on the just sing it the way you read it.
Wait, on the chat?
Yeah, on the chat.
Tyler.
That's fine. It's airable.
He thought pour some sugar on me was wholesome sugar ramen.
Wholesome
That's
sugar
really good.
ramen. Okay.
In the name of love. All right. Nobody should listen to this show. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more stupidity right after this.
The 10th Annual Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration is Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center, inducting the class of 2026, plus honoring all of our past inductees. See Sacramento's 50 greatest athletes of all time.
This is Bill Cartwright.
This is Jerry Royster.
This is Tony the Tiger Lopez.
This is Dusty Baker, proud member of the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame. Join us Thursday, February the 5th at the Golden One Center for Sacramento's best sports night of the year.
Get your tickets now at sacsportshof.com.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
Big tax changes this year could mean a bigger refund, and Jackson Hewitt knows how to get you your biggest. You'll get $100 just to try us. That won't make you filthy rich, but definitely gas plus groceries rich. And since we know all the new tax codes, you could get thousands back, which would make you low-key loaded. Or at least wealthy adjacent? Go with our trusted pros and get $100 to switch. Rest easy. Jackson Hewitt's got your taxes. Guaranteed. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hey everyone, Johnny Mosley here, kicking off your Thursday with the Toyota Tire Report. The Toyota's warmed up and pointed toward the mountains. So let's take a look at how conditions are shaping up today.
Thanks, Johnny. Thursday's forecast is looking like a nice one. Expect mild weather with highs near 50 degrees, mostly clear skies, and very light winds. Temperatures continue to warm on Friday. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The San Francisco 49ers play on Sactown Sports 1140.
Touchdown 49ers!
every game on your #1 sports station. Don't miss the action on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. We'll get off of this topic here shortly. I forgot during the break, but Kenny Rogers had a song, Lucille. This is the one that always got me. and when you think about it, it doesn't make any sense. But he goes, "You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille."
Yeah.
Right? And then I always thought it was 400 children and a crop in the it's not 400 children. It's 4 hungry children.
Oh, I had 400 children too.
Okay, but when you think about
400 children and a crop. He just had a lot of kids.
Maybe that wasn't me then. I thought I was the only one because 400 children makes no sense, but it's 4 hungry children.
Well, that's how they created islands in the stream.
That is a lot of islands in a stream.
Yeah.
Which also I thought,
and he was a gambler.
There'd be a song about kidney stones if you think about it. According to AI, that's Allen Iverson. The
practice
most misheard lyrics of all time are obviously number one. This was everybody was "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." Jimi Hendrix, "Purple Haze," which is "Excuse me while I kiss this guy." I didn't know this one. Bon Jovi's "Living on a Prayer." When they sing, "It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not." Apparently, many people heard "Doesn't make a difference if we're naked or not." I didn't have that one.
Yeah.
"Money for Nothing and Your Chips for Free."
Chips?
Apparently, that's number 3. No. "Blinded by the Light," which it's actually revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Oh, I've heard this one, "Hold Me Closer," Tony Danza. Yeah, that's...
Well, we knew that was fake, but it just it's good to sing that one.
This has to be an English thing. "Bohemian Rhapsody," where at the end when they're doing the little chorus, "Spare him his life from this monstrosity." Yeah, apparently many people misheard it as "saving his life from this warm sausage tea." What is that?
Something I would not like.
No, warm sausage tea? Get out of here. "We built this city on sausage rolls." What's going on with all the sausage? Hello. And then, is this really one? "I can see clearly now, Lorraine is gone."
Where's Lorraine going? She's got so many obstacles in her way.
"There's a bathroom on the right."
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bedroom on the rise.
Bad moon, yeah.
I mean, go with it, dude. Rockets at Hawks. Hornets at Mavericks. See if the Hornets can continue their road ways. They're road warriors, except the Hornets. Pistons at Suns. Thunder at Timberwolves.
Thunderwolves.
Nets at Nuggets. And Kings at the 76ers. By the way, you got all carried away, Jason, with song lyrics.
I did.
So we missed Steven Adams being out for the season. Ankle surgery for Steven Adams, which whenever I know he's been hurt before, I'm the only one whenever I hear about Steven Adams getting hurt, I'm like, that's not possible. Like, he would break his ankle and just be like, "That's okay, mate. I got another."
Exactly.
Like, he's like the toughest guy in the NBA, but so that ankle must not be great.
Here's one.
And
sorry, I was gonna say, David, do you think the Wizards can beat the Bucks today?
Oh,
without Giannis?
I'm not looking at it. Do you have the line in front of
you? Yeah, I do. What's your guess?
Where is it?
In DC.
I'm gonna say Bucks 3.5.
Okay, Anthony, you have a guess?
I'm gonna go higher, like 6.5 for the Bucks.
The Bucks are favored by 1.5.
Oh.
But my point being is, if the Wizards were to beat the Bucks, right, that'd get them to 12-34. If the Kings did not win tonight in Philadelphia, They would be 12-37, so they'd have a worse record. I think the Kings would be in second to last place.
Let's go. I mean, I kind of don't want to be in. Am I weird that I don't want to be in last place? Since you get the same four, and didn't we say since this whole thing's been moved, like the last place team has never gotten the number one pick, right?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to be in the right lottery spot. Let us know where that is.
Alex Sarr is questionable tonight as well. They're better at tanking than us.
Well, that's the thing. I think I asked you before, Dave. If we found out, like, again, basketball, Jesus, man, they're really making an appearance on the show today. If they said, no, I know where the winning lottery spot is going to be the 5th worst record, do you think you could get there? Like, that's kind of hard to orchestrate.
I do. I think, like, if Scott Perry knew that, I do. I think you'd start, your Levines and your Sabonises and your DeRozans, and then maybe makes a trade for like a really good point guard or something. But you can't win too much,
right?
Yeah, you'd really have to figure. You'd have to because like right now, 5th place is the Brooklyn Nets, and they're a game and a half ahead of. They're behind the Jazz. And they're a game and a half ahead of the Pacers, so they got a little breathing room right now.
Yeah, and basically the same win total as the Kings. So if they just played 3 less, if they lose their next 3 games, it's the same record.
Also, when we're talking about this, so do you have the standings in front of you?
I do.
Okay. Do we say, much like we do if we're in playoff position, so do we say the Kings are just 1 back in the loss column of the Pelicans?
I think so.
Right?
I mean, we've played 1 less game. I don't think New Orleans plays tonight, correct? Let me double check.
I don't think
so. Pelicans.
They play tomorrow.
To not. So, yeah, you're right. If the Kings lose tonight, they will have the same record as the Pelicans at 12-37.
Feel the roar.
Feel the roar.
Feel the roar.
Yeah, actually, they would be tied for last, right?
They would be.
If the Wizards win.
Yes.
And the Kings lose tonight, yes, they would be tied for last.
Because the Wizards are idle, right?
No, if they win, they would get to 12, but they'd only have 34 losses.
Yes.
Kings and Pelicans would then have 37 losses, also with 12 wins. So, yeah.
Yes. But even if the Wizards lose tonight, there's still a game back of the Kings in the loss column, 2 back of the Pelicans.
True.
They'd only have 35 losses. We got 36. We're tied with Indiana for the 2nd most losses in the NBA.
Yes. And still
and
the
if
worst
we lose tonight, we'll be
I was like, still the worst road record? No, tied with the Pacers with the worst road record.
Yes, but unfortunately, the Wizards are now 0.2 of a point ahead of us in largest point differential on the minus. 10-5 to 10-3.
Okay.
A lot of work to do.
Yes.
Here we go. Look, hey, guys, we're having fun with it, but just know this is we got to talk about the Kings for a lot during, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want? What do you want from us? Jason.
Yeah.
I'll give you and Anthony each 3 guesses, and unless you've seen this, I am predicting neither of you will get this.
Okay.
1 college, and 1 college only, has produced a U.S. president, a Heisman Trophy winner, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, a Super Bowl MVP, an astronaut, an A. Smith Award winner, a Wooden Award winner, an NBA champion, an NBA MVP, and an Olympic gold medalist. 1 and 1 only. Which college is it?
Michigan.
That would have been my first guess. That is incorrect.
The only one that I was thinking of. It's probably all old. Let's do Virginia.
Wrong, but you are correct. It is old.
What is what were the categories again?
Christ.
Oh, that's right. Delaware.
No.
Everything.
Delaware?
Uh-huh.
Hi, we're in Delaware. No, not Delaware.
Villanova.
Villanova is incorrect. But again, you're on the right track by thinking a lot of this is old. That's actually a pretty decent hint.
It's got to be insane.
Harvard.
On the right track, sort of, but no. But you're kind of thinking right.
So like another Ivy League? thing. Okay.
Just
Yale.
No.
Where'd the girl from Gilmore Girls go? I think it was Yale.
What?
I don't know.
That's what I was gonna guess. I don't know.
All right.
Boston College.
Close.
UMass.
U.S. President, Heisman Trophy winner, Super Bowl winning quarterback, Super Bowl MVP, astronaut, Naismith Award winner, Wooden Award winner, NBA champion, by the way, twice, NBA MVP, Olympic gold medalist. Last hint I will give you guys. It's not West Point.
Okay.
Navy.
Yeah.
All right.
The Navy midship. But by the way, nobody said Notre Dame.
No.
I actually thought that would be the Navy. They're the midshipmen, right?
They're kind of midshipmen.
Yeah. Why are they midshipmen? How about just a shipman? What? Why do I have to be mid at it? MC, you're all military.
Ship person.
Tell us why it's not just a. Yeah, exactly. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla, celebrity birthdays, and we wrap up today's program for you. Hey, we're going to do that right after this.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on most beds with base. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at a Sleep Number store today.
This year's tax changes. Better not get caught snoozing. Miss one deduction, lose thousands. Not amusing.
Big tax changes can mean bigger refunds at Jackson Hewitt. And right now, get $100 just to try us.
Don't worry, tax filers. If money is tight, get $100 from Jackson Hewitt, so you'll sleep better at night.
Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease the 2025 Accord Hybrid Sports Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of $10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. And more. Line dancing live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. It's the perfect Valentine's gift. Surprise them with live country music and dancing. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center and Hilton Sacramento. For more info, visit CITPfest.com.
2 iconic comedians, 1 night of laughs. David Spade, Dana Carvey.
In 1998, they invented the cordless mic. Now let me just, listen, Paramount Theater, let's not jump on trends.
Even in the best marriage, at one point, you look over and go, not my best choice.
Friday, February 27th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Tickets on sale now at visitthundervalleyresort.com. David Spade and Dana Carvey together.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-444-9336. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-444-9336. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-444-9336. 800-444-9336.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jay.
God. Name it. It's like every song I make up my own lyrics.
In Yugoslavia.
Chumbawamba.
In Yugoslavia, you never starve.
In Yugoslavia? What? Yeah, wait. What is the actual
I know the
words?
song now.
I know. Yugoslavia.
Do you know it yet?
Yeah. I don't know the words.
Start me out.
In Yugoslavia, you never starve.
You never starve?
Never, never.
Oh, that's...
What did you think the
Yeah.
name of the song was?
Yugoslavia.
Yeah.
It's their national anthem.
Yeah. You asked, Dave.
I've never heard that
I haven't
before, and
either.
it so makes sense. Yugoslavia.
You might have just done a promo for him.
What about you, Kayla?
I like every song. I'm not joking.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think I make up most words to songs.
And then I get disappointed when that's the real words?
Yeah.
You know who's terrible with lyrics is ABC 10's Kevin John, and he was a DJ for years, and he doesn't know the lyrics to any songs, period.
Really?
He knows, he makes everything up.
So he just sings and just...
He just sings, and it's just words.
It's just like a beat.
But
for
he's
him.
been a DJ for years. Like, he DJ'd on a cruise ship. He DJ'd at bar mitzvahs. That's I don't know why that's his thing. He loved to do bar mitzvahs. But he doesn't know lyrics to any songs, period.
How about Chumbawamba? Like, the whole song, I don't know. What they're saying.
Yeah.
That's a song, Chumbawamba?
Well, it's
tub thumping.
I get knocked down. I get up again.
I get up again.
Ever gonna keep me down?
Yeah.
It's pretty. We're thinking about it's really basic poetry.
Yeah. What are the next line? Yeah. Take a vodka drink. Take a cider drink. Take a
whiskey drink, a cider drink, and a vodka drink, and a cider drink, and something about the good times, and something about the bad times.
And then
Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia.
And then some chick comes in. Some lady comes in randomly. He's like, "Oh, Danny boy."
Oh yeah, that's right.
What are you even doing?
She's
checking in.
She's
checking in on Danny Boy.
Danny
It's
boy.
kind of a platypus of a song.
Sure.
By the way, going back to a conversation that you guys had during the 7 o'clock hour, Dave, you're 100% like a tight end. If you're playing in the NFL, you're a tight end for sure.
In what world would I be a tight end?
Because quick routes and 3-yard catches. That's the best you got.
But I got a block.
Well, not
Dave
necessarily.
ain't blocking.
You could just
lay down, get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Make
you
him
need to
jump
go out there
over
and
you.
block.
Just
No,
shot
no,
block every play.
I heard you like UFC too, by the way. I didn't know that.
I'm a huge UFC fan, yes.
I learned that.
I was probably a bigger UFC fan before. I'm less of one. I still watch now that they're free.
Yeah.
They're free.
We got into MMA on this station way ahead of the curve.
The MASH.
Seems to be. You guys were on it.
Also, why was it that I spent that whole entire segment just absolutely pacing myself for even the idea of me being anything in football, right? Like, totally, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. But for some reason, why is it that for the very first time, when I heard Kayla say, "Oh, Dave's not blocking," I was instinctively like, "What do you mean?"
Whoops.
What are you trying to say?
maybe you don't want to do. You want to be the boy that just catches the passes and gets all the
That's right.
recognition.
Yeah, and runs out of bounds.
You're not out there doing
Dave,
the dirty work.
What's your touchdown celebration on the off chance that you lucked into a touchdown? The same way a lineman randomly gets a touchdown once in their career. What's your celebration?
I've actually thought about this before.
Okay,
My
of
touchdown celebration, and this is an original too. I would lie down in the end zone and just go to sleep.
Ball as a pillow?
The
Yes.
night-night. Your own night-night.
That's good.
Grab the ball, use it as my pillow,
How-
go to sleep, and then my teammates carry me off the
Oh,
field.
I was gonna say, how long do you have to drag it out to where it's like, okay, he's gonna get up, right?
He gets a flag.
No, he's gonna
Yeah,
get up,
exactly.
right? The referee's just standing over you, and you just stay down until the kickoff.
Then they're concerned,
Yeah.
is he okay?
Is he alive?
Clear.
Did you
He gets the medical.
Did you
team
ever
out.
see the celebration where the guy went in front of the group of his teammates and he laid down, and then the guy, one of his teammates, pantomimed a fishing rod and then reeled him in, and he flopped around like a fish
Yes,
while he
yes,
was.
yes.
That's the
Yes.
best celebration.
Great
Who
one.
was
It's the
that?
best I've ever seen.
I know. Now I want to know who that
Well,
was.
Dave, I mean, you're around the European soccer now a lot. You've seen all of the creative celebrations that they do over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of double knee sliding.
Yeah.
There's punching the corner flag.
Yeah.
There's shooshing the crowd. I would like
Shooshing.
to see personally more breakdancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Like on the head. Oh, that was Tyreek Hill
That did the
Yeah.
fish?
and a lineman. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like,
A lot of
it was like, that's what it looked
Well,
like.
that's what they
Celebrity
sound like.
birthdays are brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, listen, you looking for a good touchdown celebration? Grab yourself some Crumble Cookies and just stuff them down your gullet. Everyone will join in. Crumble Cookies. That's 6 points. Back to you.
Happy birthday today to Oprah.
Oh, you get a birthday.
Yes.
You get a birthday.
Hey, real quick, I've thought about this before. Why are there not more Oprahs?
I bet there have been more since she's been around. No?
There can only
should
be
be
one.
like, there's a lot of LeBrons popping up.
there-
Why aren't there any Oprahs?
You know 3 other LeBrons.
Kind of true.
Yes, I do. LeBron
Yeah.
Johns, LeBron Smith, and LeBron Goldstein.
Okay,
I know.
got
I
me.
went to school with all of them.
LeBron Goldstein.
How
old is
Oprah is 71.
Ooh.
She looks great, whatever
Yeah.
her age is. 74.
76.
68.
Carmichael Dave is the closest, 72.
Oh, okay.
Winfrey. Happy birthday to Tom Selleck.
Ooh, stash.
Yes.
Stash.
Is that the
Meow.
disease that
What?
Frankie has?
The
Oh, it's
stash?
celiac. Sorry.
Tom Selleck is 78.
Celiac.
76.
77.
73.
We're not in the right decade.
Oh,
Dave's closest,
80?
81.
Really?
What?
He
For
looks
Magnum
great
PI.
too.
Good for
Yeah.
him, man.
Blue Bloods, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, AJ, is it Debansta? How do we say it?
Debansta.
Debansta.
Yep.
Future
He's
King.
birthday today.
He's 20.
He is 20.
20.
19.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Anthony Lucas.
Is he
19th
really?
I thought he was
birthday.
20 already.
Yeah.
I thought
wow.
he was 19.
Yeah.
Young gun.
Happy birthday to Mark Gasol
Oh.
of the Gasol brothers.
Who called
Marc
him?
Gasol is 49.
What? No. Someone called him Basketball Jesus or something. Who used to call him that? Somebody.
I
used
think
to,
Mark did.
Mark called himself. Oh. 44.
42.
40.
We have a tie between Kayla and Anthony's 41 today.
Yeah.
Okay.
48.
Happy birthday to, let's see, where are we going to go? Oh, Heather Graham.
Ooh, Foxy.
No idea
Heather
who that is.
Graham.
You see The Hangover?
Yes.
Okay. She
She's
was
53.
Austin Powers.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had the baby.
Ah.
I think she's 50.
What did you say,
50.
Dave? 50 what?
Ooh.
53.
54?
55.
49.
Matt's closest, 56 for Heather
Oh,
Graham.
geez. She looks good.
Happy birthday to former Kings coach, the coach before Rick Adelman, Eddie Jordan.
EJ. EJ 70.
68.
71.
72.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Kayla, 71. Let's see. Steve Sachs, local product. See on the A's broadcast.
Steve Sachs is 68.
70.
66.
72.
We have another correct answer, and it's Kayla again. That's 2 in a row. We got to test this. All right, Kayla, let's see. Adam Lambert, Sarah Gilbert, or Andre Reed?
Let's go Lambert. Adam Lambert.
Okay.
Let's go. He is 47.
49.
45.
45.
The streak is over. Anthony and Dave are closest. 44 for Adam.
I was going to go younger. Why'd I do that? Jeez.
All right, I'll end with hey, Matt.
Yep.
You remember that there was one ring to rule them all, right?
Yes, of course.
9 of them went to men.
Yes.
7 went to the Dwarf Lords.
Yep.
3 went to the Elven Kings.
Yep.
1973. J.R. Tolkien died in 1973.
Oh, my gosh.
In Yugoslavia.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturer,